everybody, welcome to the stream, and today we're doing something very PogChamp. We are reading every single Minecraft handbook. There are 4 of them. The Essential Handbook, the Construction Handbook, the Combat Handbook, and the Redstone Handbook. Today we are reading all 4 of them, and we are going to start with the Essential Handbook, the first one, I think, released. Right, so allow us to begin. We're gonna start the timer now. Minecraft, the Essential Handbook. Introduction. Welcome to the Minecraft Essential Handbook. It contains all the info you need to stay alive during your first few days. It's packed with tips from creator Notch and developer Jeb, as well as well-known Minecraft experts, including Paul Source Jr., host of the Survive and Thrive YouTube tutorial series, and Captain Sparkles, famous Minecraft YouTuber and creator of the Minecraft-style music video. With the help of this handbook, you'll soon be well on your way towards becoming an expert yourself. Minecraft is a block-building sandbox game with no set rules, where you can build anything you can possibly imagine. You will begin in the first dimension, the overworld, where you might find yourself in one of the several different environments or biomes: swamp, extreme hills, taiga, desert, forest, plains, jungle, ice plains, ocean, or even the rare mushroom biome. From the overworld, you can enter the nether, a hellish landscape of doom, and the end, a terrifying spit of sand in the middle of space, inhabited by the ender dragon. There are achievements to earn as you progress through the game. You can play alone or with others. You can play safe in creative mode, exploring the land and building amazing things, or in survival mode, hunting and mining and fighting the monsters that come out at night. What kind of adventure will you choose? It's up to you. Profile. Notch. Full name: Marcus Alexi Pearson. Role: Minecraft creator, co-founder of Mojang. Notch was born in Stockholm, Sweden in 1979. He began programming, writing code for games, at the age of 7, and produced his first game at 8. After creating Minecraft, he co-founded Mojang to develop the game. Notch has over 1,250,000 Twitter followers. Since handing over Minecraft development to Jens Bergenstein, Notch is working on other projects. Profile: Jeb. Jens Bergenstein. Role: Minecraft developer. Jeb was born in Sweden in 1979 and took over from Notch as lead developer for Minecraft in 2012. In particular, he is known for his work on redstone repeaters, wolves, climbing spiders, and pistons. Tip: staying safe online. Playing Minecraft on multiplayer servers is a lot of fun. Here are a few simple rules to help you stay safe and keep the world of Minecraft a great place to spend time. Hold on. Perfect. Never give out your real name. Don't use it as your username. Never give out any of your personal details. Never tell anybody which school you go to or how old you are. And never tell anybody your password except a parent or guardian. A short history of Minecraft. 2009, May. Notch begins working on his game idea and quits his job to concentrate on it full time. As work progresses, he calls it Cave Game. He releases the first version to the public and calls it Minecraft. The first accounts are registered and the official Minecraft forum opens. December of 2009. Minecraft moves to in development stage. Lots of things are added, including crafting. January of 2010, 100,000 registered Minecrafters. June of 2010, Minecraft reaches alpha stage. At this point, survival was the only mode available, but game updates began to come thick and fast. Sales of the game hit 200,000. August. First ever Minecon is held in Washington State. 50 people attended. December. Minecraft wins Indie Game of the Year from IndieDB. Minecraft beta is released. Additions include egg throwing and constant splash text on the main menu screen. March of 2011. Minecraft wins GDC Award for the Best Debut Game, Best Downloadable Game, and the Game Innovation Spotlight. July of 2011. 10 million registered Minecrafters. October of 2011. The Pocket Edition of Minecraft is released for Android. November of 2011. Minecon is held in Las Vegas. 5,000 people attend. During Minecon, Minecraft 1.0.0 is released, and Minecraft is officially out of beta. New additions include the Ender Dragon, Mushrooms, and Villagers. March of 2012. Minecraft version 1.2.1 is released. New additions include the Jungle Biome, Ocelots, Cats, and Iron Golems. May of 2012. Minecraft for Xbox 360 is released. It sells 400,000 copies in the first 24 hours. November of 2012. Minecon is held at Disneyland Paris. There are 6,500 attendees. December of 2012. Minecraft sells 453,000 copies of the game across all platforms on Christmas Eve alone. January of 2013. Minecraft sales reached 20 million on PC/Mac, Xbox 360, and mobile devices. March 2013. Minecraft version 1.5, aka the Redstone update, is released. New additions include Redstone-related blocks and quartz blocks. April of 2013. Minecraft Pocket Edition and PC/Mac editions have sold more than 10 million copies each. July of 2013. Minecraft version 1.6, aka the Horse update, is released. New additions include horses, carpet, and hardened and stained clay blocks. Oh, it's 6 minutes already. The technical stuff. Platforms. Minecraft is available on a number of platforms. You can play on your computer, either PC or Mac, on Xbox, or on mobile devices. The game varies slightly depending on which platform you use. Modes. You can play alone on single player or ask a friend to show you what to do on multiplayer. For the purpose of this book, we'll assume you'll be starting out on your own single player. Creating a creative mode or survival mode. Next, you'll be asked to choose either creative or survival mode. In creative mode, no monsters will attack you. You'll be able to fly around and you'll have a full inventory of items. This is great if you want unlimited resources to build amazing creations and buildings without having them blown up by creepers every night. In survival mode, you get to have lots of fun fighting off monsters. You can choose to play in different levels of difficulty. If you're a beginner, it's best to start off with normal difficulty, but you can also choose easy, hard, or peaceful. The decision is yours. Levels. As you play, you will earn experience points, which will enable you to level up. The green bar shows your current level, so you can see how close you are to reaching the next level. Experience points are earned when you mine items and kill monsters. Experience orbs will appear and you can pick them up. Controls. Minecraft PC/Mac controls. Button 1 is attack, W is forward, S is back, space is jump, Q is drop, T is chat, button 3 is pick block, button 2 is use item, A is left, D is right, L shift is sneak, E is inventory, tab is list of players, and slash is command. Left click is button 1, right click is button 2, and scroll is button 3. Minecraft Xbox 360 edition controls. LT, left trigger, is place/use item. RT, right trigger, destroy/mine item. LB or RB, left bumper, right bumper, change the selected item. A is jump/fly, B is drop/throw item, X is open crafting menu, and Y is open inventory. Left analog stick, move forward twice in quick succession, run. Left analog stick, press down, fly lower in creative mode or change camera angle. Right analog stick, look. Right analog stick, press down, sneak/walk. Left analog stick, move. Minecraft Pocket Edition controls. Jump, center circle button. forward, backward, left, right, arrow buttons, place/use item, tap in desired area, destroy/mine item, tap and hold screen in desired area, open inventory, tap triple dot button on right of hotbar. Inventory. Your inventory is the place where everything you mine and collect is stored. You can open your inventory at any time during the game. See pages 12 to 13 and check how to do it on your device. Crafting grid. Place ingredients here to craft them into useful items and tools. Output square. Your newly crafted item will appear here. Items. Most items are stackable up to a maximum of 64 per slot. There are 27 storage slots available in your inventory. When you exit your inventory, a line of 9 hotkeys will appear at the bottom of your screen. This is your hotbar, which is a mini inventory where you can keep the things you use most often. Just move an item from your inventory into one of the hotkey slots to assign it. Once you select a slot, the item is saved in that slot will appear in your hand, ready to be used. Survival mode. First moments. You'll begin your game or spawn at daybreak in a randomly generated environment. Take a moment to look around and see what resources you've got to work with. If you're lucky, you'll find yourself in an area full of natural resources like trees, rocks, water, and animals that you can use to make useful items. If you're unlucky, you might find yourself on a tiny island in the middle of a vast ocean with no resources and nothing useful in sight. Lucky spawn. Trees, check. Rocks, check. Water, check. Animals, check. Perfect. Unlucky spawn. Stranded in the middle of the ocean on a tiny island. Whoa. 1. In Minecraft, a day only lasts 10 minutes, so there's no time to waste. The sun will rise in the east and set in the west. Keep track of its progress through the sky so you know how close it is to nightfall, which is when the monsters come out. More about them later. Once you find some more resources, you'll be able to craft a clock. See page 70 for recipe. Your main priorities are to find a few basic resources and a good spot to build a shelter for the night, to keep you safe from monsters. First, head for the nearest tree and hit the trunk repeatedly with your hand. After a few moments, the section of the trunk you're hitting will fall away as a small cube of wood, which you can pick up. It will then appear in your inventory. Repeat step 2 until you have at least 15 blocks in your hotbar. Open your inventory and drag 1 block of wood into the crafting squares to create 4 planks of wood. 4. Move the planks into your inventory to save them. Then drag them back into the crafting area. 4 planks will make a crafting table, which is a very useful tool. Paul Soares Jr. My first day in Minecraft survival single player SSP. I purchased Minecraft in July of 2010. Notch had just released version alpha 1.0.3, which added monster sounds and cave noises to the game. For the first time, this was the time before chickens and cows even existed. It was a time when zombies dropped feathers, a time before the hunger bar and auto healing, a time before comfy beds to sleep through the scary night. It was a long time ago in a long forgotten age. My first day in Minecraft started well. The landscape was beautiful with its bright grasslands, sandy beaches, dense forests, rolling green hills, and tall mountains with waterfalls cascading down their stony cliff faces. I just started wandering, exploring every nook and cranny. It felt like I was on some sort of fantastic journey in a wild, undiscovered place, a brave new world that no other living soul had ever stepped foot upon, not counting the few pigs and sheep I've encountered, of course. Then the sun sank beneath the horizon and nightfall covered the land in darkness. That's when I discovered I was not alone in my world, and that I shared it with a variety of terrible monsters. Zombies, skeletons, and giant spiders were literally popping out of the dark all around me. Not surprisingly, they didn't seem particularly interested in sharing their world. Rather, they were far more concerned with making me a snack. Their snack. Woo! The chase was on. The monsters were persistent and pursued me this way and that. I ran for my life, but quickly realized there was no place to go. They were everywhere in the dark of night, and inside caves as well. I had no light source, no shelter to hide in, and no weapons, so I did the one thing I could do. I continued to run. It was during this mad dash for survival that I met my first creeper. I had no idea what it was since it didn't resemble any typical monster or creature from familiar lore or legend. At first glance, it appeared to be harmless. It didn't have any sort of visible weapons. Heck, it didn't even have any arms, and I must admit, it was even a little bit cute. Maybe it's friendly, I reasoned. I moved toward it, thinking it might help me against the monsters still giving chase. As I got closer to this odd creature, I started making a hissing sound. That actually sounds more like a sizzle, I thought to myself, as I came face to face with this strange, adorable creature, and then it started to expand. Kaboom! Kaboom! The creeper exploded and blew me to smithereens, and the screen reported, "Game over." Thus ended my first day in Minecraft. I eventually decided to make my own tutorials to help people not get eaten on their first night. And then he plugs his YouTube. Oh, we're a considerable way in. 15 minutes, Jesus. Tools are essential for mining as they allow you to destroy blocks faster and more efficiently. Without them, you're not going to get very far at all, so you need to craft a basic set as early as possible. When you first start playing, you only have wood, so the first tool you need to make is a wooden pickaxe. This will enable you to mine stone, which you need to create stone tools to mine more valuable resources. Place your crafting table on the ground in front of you and open it up. You now have a 3x3 crafting grid to work with, which means you can craft more complicated items. First, make sticks for the handle, 2 planks, one on top of the other, and we'll give you 4 sticks. Wooden pickaxe recipe. Add 3 planks of wood to form the head of the pickaxe. A wooden pickaxe will mine basic ores and blocks like iron ore and cobblestone, but not valuable ores like redstone, gold, or diamond. Durability 60. Wooden axe recipe. An axe will allow you to chop wood more quickly. Durability 60. Wooden shovel recipe. A shovel will dig dirt, sand, gravel, clay, and snow more quickly. Durability 60. Torches. Sunset is approaching and you need a light source, fast. Hostile monsters like spiders, creepers, and zombies will spawn in the dark areas, including your shelter. Scary stuff. Eek! A giant arachnid that can see in the dark. To make torches, you'll need wood and coal. Look for a rock face and see if you spot any coal ore. It looks like stone with black flecks and is commonly found in cliff faces as well as below ground. Use your wooden pickaxe to destroy a block of coal ore until it drops a lump of coal. Repeat until you have several lumps so that you can make lots of torches. You can never have too many torches. I always seem to run out though. Torch recipe. You can craft torches without using your crafting table because they only require 2 ingredients, sticks and coal. 1 stick and 1 lump of coal that will make 4 torches that can be placed on the top or side of solid blocks. They can't be placed on water, on the side of stairs, or on the bottom of blocks. Furnace recipe. Arrange 8 blocks of cobblestone in your crafting grid to make a furnace. Jack-o'-lantern recipe. Torches can be crafted into jack-o'-lanterns by combining them with pumpkins. Spooky. Shelter. Time to make a shelter to keep you safe from the monsters during the night. Don't forget to bring your crafting table with you because you're going to need it once you're inside. 1. Find a spot in a rock face to make a shelter for the night. You can use the area where you've been mining coal as a starting point, then dig further in. You'll need plenty of space inside for your crafting table and various other items, as well as extra space to move around. Use the rock you mine to build a wall between you and the outside world. Dig an L-shaped space in the rock so you can hide around a corner in case the skeleton decides to shoot you through the window. 3. Place a torch on each wall inside your shelter. Having a light source will ensure no hostile monsters spawn inside your shelter. Monsters can spawn anywhere that is dark enough. Chest recipe. Your inventory slots will eventually fill up. Make a wooden chest to store excess items. 4. Place the chest inside your shelter. You can use it to store valuable items that you want to keep safe, or items that you aren't using right now. Stone tools and weapons. There's no time to relax during your first night. While you're hiding out in your shelter, you need to craft some more advanced tools for day 2 so that you can gather the resources you need. Access your crafting table. You're going to craft a range of stone tools and weapons that will make day 2 much easier than day 1. Luckily, you're surrounded by stone, so you should have plenty of material. Stone tools last longer than wooden tools and will allow you to mine substances like stone and ores much more quickly. Stone pickaxe recipe. A stone pickaxe is ideal for mining stone, coal ore, and iron ore. Durability 132. Stone shovel recipe. A stone shovel is ideal for digging grass, dirt, sand, and clay. Durability 132. Stone axe recipe. A stone axe will make chopping wood much easier. Durability 132. And stone sword recipe. Make a stone sword to defend yourself against hostile monsters. Durability 132. Save your tools in your hotbar for easy access. Don't forget to look at all the experience points you've earned as a result of your crafting spree. A stone pickaxe is perfect for mining coal ore. That's not a stone pickaxe, that's iron. Look at that, that's iron. I've been lied to. Food and health. In survival mode, you'll need to keep an eye on your health and food bars. They sit just above your hotbar. The health bar is made up of 10 hearts, and the food bar is of 10 shanks, which look a bit like chicken drumsticks. I don't know why I grabbed it like that. Your health bar will go down if you begin to starve or take damage. Your food bar will go down as you use up energy. Be warned, if your health bar goes down to 0, you will die. When day 2 finally breaks, assuming you're still alive, which you should be if you've been paying attention, your next priority will be to find food. Fruit and vegetables. Fruit and vegetables are the ideal food source. If you can't find any animals, or if you just don't want to kill a poor defenseless creature. Ouch! Apples are a great food source since you can find them in trees and don't need to grow or prepare them. Find an oak tree, then destroy the leaves until an apple falls out. Eating an apple restores 2 food points. Carrots and potatoes are sometimes dropped by zombies, but can frequently be found in NPC village farms. Eating a carrot restores 2 food points, and eating a potato restores 1 food point. The more you know! Meat. Meat restores more food points than fruits and veggies. It's always best to cook meat before eating it to increase the hunger points it restores. Plus, if you eat raw chicken, there's a chance you'll get food poisoning. Look for a pig, a cow, or a chicken, and then hit it repeatedly until it dies. You'll know it's dead because it'll turn red, then fall over and disappear. Poor thing. Don't make me feel bad, Mo Yang. It's your fault. It's getting a bit hot in here. Food and health continued. Once you've collected some raw meat, head back to your shelter and cook it in your furnace. To cook your meat, place coal, charcoal, or wood underneath the flame symbol, and put the raw food on top. After a few moments, it'll be ready to eat. Hunting Animals by Paul Soares Jr. I usually feel guilty when I need to kill animals for their resources. Sometimes, however, an animal will employ special tactics to confuse and frustrate you to the very point that you can't wait to kill it. I remember a particularly annoying cow in my early days of survival. I had searched far and wide for leather, but could not find any cows. I was nearly ready to give up when I spied a cow on the edge of a cliff. The cliff face was too sheer to climb, so I used the gravel elevator trick, jumping and placing gravel below you, to raise myself to the cow's height. As I reached the top of the cliff, the cow decided to employ a secret evasion tactic, jump. The cow landed far below with a crunch. I shouted angry words and dug my way back down to the ground. The cow seemed to be out of escape tricks, so I killed it and went poof and dropped nothing. In the moral of the story, when you go hunting, bring a bow. Are you speedrunning all the Minecraft books? I'm trying to. Cake recipe. You'll need 3 buckets of milk, obtained by using a bucket on a cow. Sugar, crafted from sugarcane. Wheat, see pages 62 to 63. And 1 egg. Food points 12. Bucket recipe. You can craft a bucket from 3 iron ingots. Buckets can hold water, lava, or milk. Pumpkin pie recipe. Craft a pumpkin pie from a pumpkin, sugar, or an egg. Fish. Raw fish are an unlimited and reliable source of food. On a rainy day, you can catch a fish every 15 seconds on average. Fishing rod recipe. To catch a fish, craft a fishing rod from sticks and string. Durability 65. Find an area of water and use your fishing rod to cast your bait into the water. The bobber will dip until you caught something, then you reel it in. Fish can be eaten raw or cooked. A raw fish restores 1 hunger point, but a cooked fish restores 3. How many pages is this shit? Huh. So I'm almost halfway. That's poggers. Crafting a bed. You made it through your first night and the second night is approaching fast. Take some time during your second day to find wool to craft a bed, as will make the nights much easier. Using your bed at night will allow you to sleep through to the next morning in complete safety, and that means you can avoid a whole night of potential hostile monster attacks. Awesome. Here are 4 ways to obtain wool. By killing a sheep with a pickaxe or other tool/weapon. Who kills a sheep with a pickaxe? Like, let me just ask that. Who kills a sheep with a pickaxe? That doesn't make sense to me. Whatever. By shearing the wool from a sheep with shears. By crafting 4 pieces of string together. String comes from spiders. By finding a dropped block of wool when a wolf kills a sheep. If you're feeling kind and decide to shear a sheep rather than kill one, you'll be rewarded for your good deed. They will drop 1 to 3 blocks of wool if you shear them, but only 1 block if you kill them. Shears recipe. To make shears, you will need 2 iron ingots obtained by smelting iron ore in your furnace. Shears are the most efficient way to get wool from a sheep. Use your shears on a sheep. The wool will fall away and you can pick it up. Excuse me. Bed recipe. Craft a bed from 3 blocks of wool and 3 planks. Zzz. ... When you're a little more advanced, you might journey to the nether or end, but don't be tempted to place a bed in the other dimension, or you'll get an explosive surprise. The table of elements. So far you probably mined stone and iron, but there's so much more waiting to be discovered underground. Some elements like gold, redstone, emerald, and diamond are very rare and can only be found deep below the surface. Others can be just a little way below ground or above ground. Here's a table of basic elements, many of which can be mined. Key. Here, I'll show the table of elements before we begin. Here, Alexa, dim lights to 25%. Yeah, now you can see it. PR is coal oil. Alexa, brighten lights to 50%. PR is coal ore. Fe is iron ore. Au is gold ore. Li is lapis lazuli ore. Rs is redstone ore. Rd is diamond ore. Em is emerald ore. Ae is air. Ni is snow. I don't know how that works. Gi is ice. Ha is sand. So is dirt. Ai is sandstone. Pe is gravel. Co is clay. CS is cobblestone. La is stone. OB is obsidian. SP is monster spawner. MO is moss stone. BE is bedrock. AQ is water. MA is lava. GS is glowstone. NE is netherrack. AN is soulstand. And QU is quartz. Hope you're happy. A Guide to Mining Rare Elements by Captain Sparkles. Gold, redstone, emeralds, and diamonds are higher tier ores, and finding them can prove very rewarding. In order to find these materials, you will need to venture underground to a fairly low elevation level. You'll need an iron pickaxe at the very least to be able to mine these ores. I'd recommend additional weapons and armor in order to successfully fight off the mobs that you'll run into underground. Gold ore, the easiest of the bunch to find as it generates in fairly large quantities and can be found at elevations ranging from Y1 all the way to Y31. Once gold ore is mined, it must be smelted in a furnace to make gold ingots that can be used to make iron and armor and weapons. Here's a question, does anybody actually use gold for armor and weapons? I mean, maybe nowadays for the nether and shit, but... Redstone ore, found between the elevations of Y1 and Y15, and generates in larger quantities than gold between those elevations, making it easier to find. When mined, redstone ore will give you several redstone dusts, which can be used later on to create circuits. Diamond ore, arguably the most useful material in the game, and can be found between the elevations Y1 and Y15 in similar quantities to gold. When mined, diamond ore will give you a diamond, which you need to craft any diamond tool, weapon, or piece of armor. Emerald ore, by far the rarest of the four, and can be found between the elevations Y4 and Y31, but in much smaller quantities than any of the others. Mining emerald ore will give you a single emerald, which can be used in villager trades as payment for other items. Animals. Animals are a type of mob, short for mobile, in Minecraft. A mob is any living, moving being and refers to monsters and villagers as well as animals. Most mobs drop useful items. Some mobs are passive and won't attack even if you attack them. A few are neutral and will only become hostile if you attack them first, but many are hostile and will attack you as soon as they see you. So it's very important that you learn where to find them and what they look like. Animals are a source of food and other useful materials like leather and wool. Bat, found in caves and caverns, drops nothing. Hostile level, passive. I'm still gonna kill it though. Chicken, found on land. Hostile level, passive. Drops eggs, 0 to 2 feathers, 1 raw chicken, and 1 to 3 experience orbs. Cow, found on land. Hostility level, passive. Drops 0 to 2 pieces of leather, 1 to 3 pieces of raw beef, 1 to 3 pieces of steak if killed with fire, milk if you use a bucket while alive, and 1 to 3 experience orbs. Horse, found on plains. Hostility level, passive. Drops 0 to 2 pieces of leather, a saddle if saddled, horse armor if equipped, chest if equipped, and 1 to 3 experience orbs. Mushroom, found in the mushroom biome. Hostility level, passive. Mushroom stew if you use a bowl while alive. 5 red mushrooms, 0 to 2 pieces of leather, 1 to 3 pieces of raw beef, 1 to 3 pieces of steak if killed with fire, milk if you use a bucket while alive, and 1 to 3 experience orbs. Ocelot, found in jungles, hostility level passive, drops 1 to 3 experience orbs. Animals continued. Pig, found on land, hostility level passive, drops 1 to 3 raw pork chops, 1 to 3 cooked pork chops if killed with fire, a saddle if saddled, 1 to 3 experience orbs. Carrot on a stick recipe. And then it's just a fishing rod with a carrot. Sheep, found on land, hostility level passive, drops 1 wool, and 1 to 3 experience. Say it with me now. Orbs. Squid, found in water, hostility level passive, drops 1 to 3 ink sacs, or 1 to 3 experience orbs. Wolf, found in grassy areas in forests and taiga biomes. Hostility level usually neutral. Hostility level hostile when attacked. Drops 1 to 3 experience orbs. You can put tamed wolves on leashes using fishing rods. Wow. Villagers. Farmer, priest, butcher, blacksmith, and librarian. So Dr. Traoris was a librarian? That's crazy. Villagers are human figures dressed in one of 5 different colored robes, depending on their job within the village. Found in NPC, non-player character villages, either wandering around or within different buildings, depending on their job. They spawn in the building that relates to their profession. Drops nothing, but they like to trade goods for emeralds. If you see a huge iron creature lumbering around a village, don't be alarmed. It's just your friendly local iron golem, there to defend the villagers from hostile mob attacks. They spawn naturally in villages with 10 or more villagers and 21 or more doors. You can also craft them on the ground in front of you using 4 blocks of iron and a pumpkin head. A Guide to Villager Trading by Captain Sparkles. Select a villager and take a look at their trading menu. Adding items you are willing to trade on the left side of the arrow will result in an item appearing for the taking on the right. Emeralds will always be involved in a transaction, either as payment or as the item to be purchased. As a player continues to trade, the villagers will add more offers to their trade menus. You'll know a villager has added a new offer when a purple particle effect appears over their head. These offers can be accessed by selecting the buttons on the right or left of the trade menu. The cost of these trades may seem quite high given the scarcity of emeralds, but villager trading is the only way to obtain items like chainmail armor and bottle of enchanting in survival mode, so it's well worth doing. Is it though? I don't think I've ever actually traded with a villager in survival mode. Ugh. Profile Creeper, aka Creepus Explodus. Good to know. Creepers are one of the most dangerous mobs in the game. They will run toward you, then explode, possibly killing you and destroying everything in the surrounding area, e.g. the house that took you days to build. Okay, thank you. Creepers are almost completely silent, which makes it easy for them to take you by surprise. They hiss quietly just before they explode. Creepers spawn in areas with a light level of 7 or less, but don't die when the sun rises. Instead, they continue to creep around until killed. Lighting your house or shelter will stop creepers from spawning inside. Weapons, TNT, hostility level, hostile. How to kill. I know a bunch of you have been wondering how are you gonna kill this thing? Shoot several times with bow and arrows from a distance. Hit with a highly durable weapon like a diamond sword. Just make sure you retreat quickly if the creeper starts to make a hissing sound. Blow up by luring into a hole filled with TNT. Try to make it fall from a height off a cliff. Try to make it walk through lava. Try to make it walk into a cacti. I love how the thing of a creeper falling is literally just it, like, hold on. It's just it upside down. Drops: gunpowder, which you can use to make TNT, music discs if killed by a skeleton, and 5 experience orbs. An Early Encounter with a Creeper by Paul Soares Jr. In my first world, I had a small home carved into the side of a hill. I built a balcony overlooking the front lawn. At night, I would stand on the balcony and taunt the monsters below. I recall one particular night where a group of agitated creepers were beneath the balcony, but I was well out of their reach. As I laughed and called them names, a creeper landed right next to me, having jumped down onto the balcony from a ledge above. I leaped away just as the creeper exploded and blew the balcony to pieces. I survived the blast, but fell into the lawn below, smack dab in the middle of the angry gang of creepers. The moral of the story: creepers always get the last laugh. Not always. No. That's bias. Fake news. Profile skeleton. Skeletons can move quickly and are armed with bows and arrows, which means they can kill you from a distance. They are fairly smart, and they can climb ladders and will seek shelter from the sun where they can. They spawn in areas with a light level of 7 or less, and you'll know a skeleton is nearby if you hear a rattly, almost musical sound. Weapons: bow and arrow. An enchanted bow and arrow, very rarely. Hostility level: hostile. And then bow and arrow recipes, and then just you know how to make a bow and... If you're watching this stream, you know how to make a goddamn bow and arrow. How to kill. Shoot several times with a bow and arrows from a distance. Hit with a highly durable weapon like a diamond sword, then retreat quickly. Try to trap it in daylight. This will cause it to burst into flame. They didn't even, like... Is that the sun, or is that just like a white box? Look at that. That was pretty lazy. Hold on, is that even yellow? It's not even yellow. They just didn't put an image there. That's lazy. Try to make it fall from a height off a cliff. Exact same thing what they did with a creeper. Just take the model, flip it over. Job's done. Try to make it walk through lava, and try to make it walk into cacti. Drops: bones, arrows, occasionally they will also drop their bow, armor, very rarely if equipped, and 5 experience points. How to Kill a Skeleton by Captain Sparkles. The easiest way to kill a skeleton is to use its own weapon against it. Using a bow to fire arrows from a distance greatly reduces the chances of being hit in return. Because skeletons have the same health as a player, 3 shots from a fully charged bow will be enough to kill them. If melee / hand-to-hand weapons are the only option, it is most efficient to use a sprint approach in a spiraling fashion, as the skeleton will have a greater chance of missing. Blocking with a sword before being struck by a skeleton's arrow will also reduce damage it deals. Try to avoid picking a melee fight with a skeleton in the water, however, as the reduced player movement speed will make the skeleton even more deadly. Profile. Zombie. Zombies aren't much of a threat unless you bump into a large group of them, but they can inflict damage by touching you. They spawn on solid blocks in areas with a light level of 7 or less. You can usually hear them coming towards you as they make groaning noises when wandering and snarling noises when attacked or injured. Hostility level. Hostile. How to kill. Shoot it with arrows from a distance, hit repeatedly with a weapon until they die. Same thing with the daylight shit. Same with the height, lava, and cacti. Drops, rotten flesh, 5 experience orbs, iron ingots, shovels, swords, carrots, or potatoes, very rarely. An early encounter with a zombie by Paul Soares Jr. While recording a video tutorial about surviving underground, I had a near-death experience in a pool of lava. Quick thinking, fast reactions, and a bucket of water saved my life, so I was feeling good about having escaped the death so expertly. Later, when I spied a patch of redstone on a narrow ledge above the lava, I was confident that I could collect it despite that danger. Sure enough, I mined the redstone and was happily making my way back along the ledge when a zombie fell from above, landed at my side, and punched me. The blow knocked me off the ledge and into the lava pool. By this time, my luck ran out and I was burned to a crisp. The moral of the story: don't get cocky. Great kid, don't get cocky. Damn, 41 minutes of this bullshit. Spiders are hostile when the light level is around 9 or less, so they are only a threat to you at night or in dark areas. Once hostile, however, they will remain that way, even when day comes. They spawn in areas with a light level of 9 or less, and can see you through solid. Really? They can also climb walls and jump large distances. You can hear them coming as they make a hissing sound. Watch out for their red eyes glowing in the dark. Hostility level: neutral in daylight. Hostility level: hostile in low light areas or levels. How to kill: shoot with a bow, attack with a weapon, set on fire, try to make them fall. Lava and cacti, it's the same bullshit. Drops: string, which can be used to make bows, fishing rods, and wool. 5 experience orbs, spider eyes when killed by a player directly, which can be used to make certain potions. Very advanced stuff. Excuse me. I've been burping a lot today and I don't like that. How to Kill a Spider by Captain Sparkles. The most efficient way to kill a spider is with well-timed blows from a sword, since it will continue to lunge towards a player once aggravated. With 16 units of health, a spider takes fewer hits to kill than a zombie, but its agility allows it to strike more often. A bow and arrow can be effective from further away, but in close combat, due to the bow's charge-up time, the spider will often land multiple attacks before you are able to fire off a kill shot. What the hell do these idiots want? Profile. Enderman. Endermen are rare neutral mobs, but they will attack if provoked. You're in trouble if you attack them first, or if you accidentally catch them in your crosshairs at night, since looking at an Enderman from the upper legs upward is taken as a sign of hostility. That's what happens in nature. You're not supposed to give eye contact because it's a sign of when an Enderman attacks, it'll open its mouth and shake as it rushes towards you. They can teleport too, which makes it almost impossible to escape from them. They can also pick up blocks and move them around. They spawn in pairs, unlike other mobs, and can often be spotted at night in groups of up to 5. They retreat underground during the day. Neutral if left alone, hostile if attacked. Wait, they spawn in pairs? Really? I didn't know that. Nice book. How to kill. It's no good shooting at an Enderman with a bow and arrow. It will just teleport away before the arrow hits. So you need to be clever if you want to kill one. Try one of these tactics instead. Lead it to water or throw water onto it using a bucket. Try to make it fall from a height of 44 blocks or more. Try to make it walk through lava. Try to make it walk into cacti. Drops. Ender pearls. You can use an ender pearl to craft an Eye of Ender. 5 experience orb. An early encounter with an Enderman by Paul Soares Jr. The Enderman. Bikini bottom. The Enderman. A perfect gentleman until you look him in the eye. I remember when Endermen didn't exist, which made my first encounter with one all the more terrifying. At that time, I had countless victories against many familiar monsters under my belt. I felt like the unrivaled champion of the realm. And then I met an Enderman. It was dusk and I was strolling through a field with no small swagger. I want to make that one meme joke right there, but I'm not. When I suddenly spotted a strange figure in the distance. It was tall and thin and black as night. With unnatural long limbs, I was creeped out for sure, but it paid me no heed, so I crept closer to get a better look. The creature wandered around aimlessly, carrying a block of dirt in its long arms. It did not appear to be hostile. I continued to observe, then the creepy fellow for another few moments, and that's when it happened. It turned to face me, and I looked right into its eyes. It let out a terrible screech and began to tremble, but remained fixed where it stood, glaring at me. I freaked out and ran away from it. Then I heard a zip sound, and suddenly the thing was on me, attacking again and again. It was too fast, and I had no time to react. And then the world around me faded out. I was dead. The moral of the story: looks can be deceiving and deadly. Profile: slim. I'm Slim Shady. Slimes can be large, medium, or tiny in size, and their health points decrease as they get smaller. They can see you through solid blocks, again, didn't know that, and will hop toward you and bump into you repeatedly until you die. Large and medium-sized slimes can deal a fair amount of damage. Tiny slimes can only damage you by pushing you off a cliff or into lava. You can hear them coming by the slapping sound they make. When killed, they will separate into smaller slimes, except for tiny slimes, which will drop slime balls instead. Slimes spawn deep underground, below level 40 in any light level, and on the surface of swamps and areas with a light level of 8 or less. How to kill. Shoot with a bow and arrows from distance, attack with a weapon like an axe or a sword, lead into water. Slimes cannot swim upwards. Try to make it fall from a height of a cliff. Try to make it hop into lava. Try to make it hop into cacti. Drops. Tiny slimes will drop 0 to 2 slime balls, which can be used to make magma cream, used in brewing potions, and sticky pistons, used to move blocks. Tiny slimes will drop 1 experience orb, medium slimes will drop 2 experience orbs, and large slimes will drop 4 experience orbs. Slap. Yes, that is true. Slap. How to Kill a Slime by Captain Sparkles. So long as the player keeps a reasonable distance from the slimes, they remain relatively easy to kill. When attacking a slime off of the largest size, always bear in mind that it will split once enough damage has been dealt, and keep a safe distance to avoid being swarmed, because only the larger slimes can deal damage to a player. It's best to focus attacks on those before moving on to the smallest ones. Oh god, Captain Sparkles. Huge ass essay. That'll be it. That's the thumbnail. Captain Sparkles. My first day in Minecraft. My first experience with Minecraft came in the summer of 2010 when the game was still in its alpha phase. I had been encouraged by a friend to try it and began my experience with the browser-based excuse me. I know, picture, it's amazing. Try it, and began my experience with the browser-based multiplayer creative mode. For a few days, I experimented with the browser-based version before realizing there was a downloadable client for single-player survival mode. I had only watched a couple of Minecraft videos on YouTube at this point and possessed only the most basic knowledge regarding overall gameplay strategy, but I decided to take the plunge. I loaded up the game and generated a new world. My character ended up on a hillside next to a beach with a very sparse supply of trees. I had a limited understanding of the tasks a player should strive to accomplish before day's end, and a distinct lack of understanding of time allocation, so I decided to begin my exploring. Needless to say, my priorities were slightly out of order. Rather than beginning by harvesting the small amount of wood around my spawn point, I set off to find the coolest natural formation I could claim it as my home base. After about 10 minutes of exploration, I stumbled upon an overhang formation that I was happy to call home. The only problem was that with less than 5 minutes of daylight remaining and no trees in sight, I was in a bit of a bind. Panic set in. I had found this great location to set up shop, but now I'd be forced to abandon it in search of wood. If you look, okay, so apparently that is where he set up shop, and he had to move to find trees. But Mr. Captain Sparkles, what the hell is that? The hell is that, Mr. Captain Sparkles, huh? I found a few trees relatively quickly. Well, okay. But night was approaching fast. Due to my lack of experience, I ended up with only a set of wooden tools before nightfall, and nothing more. As soon as night hit, I realized my biggest mistake. I'd forgotten to collect coal. No coal meant no torches, which meant I was completely blind in the dark. Up until the adventure update, night was pitch black. No brightness slider, no natural moonlight. I stood helpless in the pitch dark. Don't know what a DAC is. Actually, I do know what a DAC is. I looked down. I stood helpless in the pitch dark, listening to the faint sound of zombies in the distance. Thinking they were coming to attack me, I began to walk for my life. I thought I read that wrong, but nope. Not realizing that so long as you stand still, mobs won't spawn within 24 blocks of you, and they won't pursue you until they are even closer. In retrospect, I realized this only further aggravated the situation. Things spiraled downhill pretty quickly from there. An arrow from a skeleton I couldn't see, punches from a zombie vaguely outlined in front of my face, attacks from a spider, all leading to the dreaded hiss boom from a creeper that sent me into the respawn screen. With no beds in Alpha, I was sent back to my coastal hillside spawn to search again for my short-lived home base. This time, however, I'd be sure to do things differently, so not to let history repeat itself. Did you just copy paste the definition of dark? Damn. Alright, we're almost done with this thing, but we still got 3 more. I said DAC, and you know, that could be like an accent way of saying that one word. Improve your shelter in 5 easy steps. Oh, that's of DAC. Now that you made it through your first few nights, it's time to make some home improvements. You need to make your shelter as strong and secure as possible, whilst ensuring you can see what's going on outside. Try these 5 easy steps to turn your emergency shelter into a home you can be proud of. I won't be proud. Expand. Dig deeper into your rock face to create more room and or build outward at the front of your shelter. Craft wooden doors. These will keep you safe from hostile mobs, except for zombies if your difficulty is set to hard. 3. Craft windows. Smelt sand in your furnace to make glass, then replace parts of your walls with glass blocks to create basic windows. I can't believe we had glass that looked like that. Look at that. Ew. Yucky. So gross. 4. Add more torches. This will prevent hostile mobs from spawning and will make your home easier to find at night. Placing torches outside your home means you can see hostiles coming too. Start a mine. Create the entrance to your mine inside your shelter so you'll always be able to exit into your own home. Just remember to light it up or hostile mobs will join you as you hunt for valuable ores. The glass did not look great. That's cap. Hold on. Ladder recipe. 3 ladders can be crafted from 7 sticks. Ladders can be placed on the side of blocks. Gardening. Gardening. Such a relaxing and enjoyable pastime. Now that you made yourself a real home, why not create a little garden to enjoy on sunny days? Fence recipe. First, fence off an area to use as your garden. Right next to your home is ideal. That way, it's on your doorstep and you can duck inside your shelter if you spot a hostile mob. Now lay out a path using either wooden planks or stone, and collect flowers and tree saplings and plant them in your garden. Create a pond by digging a hole and collecting water from a nearby water source with a bucket. If you can find them, add some lily pads. Just add some lily pads from a pretty rare biome. Four, bench recipe. Make a bench out of planks of wood arranged in stair formation. Place your bench in a quiet spot in your garden. Although you can't technically sit on the bench, it's still a nice item to add. So they acknowledge that people wanted benches, but oh god, that's a lot of... Yeah, that is chaos. With a little bit of time and practice, you could have a garden like this. That looks like... Yeah, no, that has shaders on. Look at that. That's not a normal Minecraft game, especially in this era. Yeah, they definitely have, like, shaders on, Optifine or some shit like that. Really? Do you really have to tell a story about gardening? My First Garden by Paul Soares Jr. Back in the old days of Minecraft Alpha, we didn't have any of the fancy landscaping options that you have now. Gardeners today have access to flower pots, hedges, colorful slabs, stone walls, and mossy steps, lily pads, ferns, vines, tall grass, and more. Alas, my first garden was a plain and sad-looking affair with a gravel path bordered by red and yellow flowers and surrounded by a wooden fence. Despite its blandness, I was rather proud of my little garden, though I didn't think my neighbors shared my enthusiasm. In fact, they seemed almost offended and were bent on its destruction. But what do you expect when your neighbors are creepers? In the end, my neighbors got what they desired, and my garden was transformed into a gaping crater, probably for the best. And the moral of the story, sometimes blessings are disguised as creeper craters. Very wise. I think we're almost done. Yeah, we only have a few more pages left. Farming crops. Having your own farm ensures that you'll always have reliable food source near to your shelter. Make a farm as soon as possible. It'll make your life much easier. You can grow crops like wheat, melons, pumpkins, carrots, and potatoes by turning dirt into farmland. First, collect some wheat seeds. Find some tall grass and destroy it. It'll drop anywhere between 0 to 3 wheat seeds. Next, you'll need to tilt some dirt blocks. I don't know what this means. To till... What? I don't know. That's gonna make me have a stroke if I read that. 3. Use your pickaxe to hack out several strips of blocks, each separated by one row of dirt blocks. Fill the strips with water using a water bucket. Then use your hoe to till the rows of dirt blocks. 4. Plant wheat seeds in tilted earth. Fence off your farm to protect it. Use your pickaxe to hack. I'm moving my head very quickly right now. You probably just can't even tell. Wheat goes through the 8 stages of growth. You can harvest wheat at any time but by using any tool on it, but this will only yield wheat crop when it is in the final stage of growth. Wheat can be used to breed animals, see the next page, and can be crafted into bread, cake, and cookies. Yum. Red Robin, yum. Bone meal recipe. Adding bone meal to your crops will bring them to their full-grown state immediately. You can make bone meal by putting bones on a crafting grid. Growing melons, pumpkins, carrots, and potatoes is very similar to growing wheat. Just plant them in your farmland and wait for them to grow. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, blah. Breeding animals. You can use food to encourage passive animals of the same species to breed and make cute baby animals. It's a good idea to breed animals because it ensures they won't die out. Animals don't respawn when you kill them. Once fed, an animal will enter love mode. If a nearby animal of the same species is also in love mode, the pair will breed. You'll know an animal is in love mode when little red hearts appear out of the top of its head. The two animals will look like they're kissing for a moment, and red hearts will continue to appear. When they break apart, an adorable baby animal will be standing between them. Aww. That's not how... They used the wrong word for horny. Yeah, I would know. The item of food needed to encourage animals to breed varies depending on the species. Most animals respond to just one type of food. Except for a wolf and pig. Assholes. Blue and pink don't mix, but red and yellow do. A baby animal will follow its parents around for 20 minutes before getting bored and wandering off to do its own thing. Damn. Wish I could do that. We hit an hour! Let's go! Armor. As you know by now, the world of Minecraft is a tough place. Fortunately, you can craft a helmet, a chestplate, trousers, and boots to protect yourself increase your defense points. Wearing armor will provide you with a level of protection from certain common forms of damage listed below. Mob attack, enemy player attack, touching fire or lava, touching cacti, explosions. Cool guys don't look at explosions. That's a pretty pog champ photo. Because cool guys don't look at explosions. I need some more water. Poggers! Hold on, I want to do the face. Only at Miller Grove. Crisp. Types of armor. Armor can be made from leather, iron, gold, or diamond. Each substance offers a different level of protection, with leather armor the weakest and diamond the strongest. Crafting armor. Let's use iron armor as an example. You'll need 24 iron ingots to make a full set of iron armor. Chestplate recipe, defense points 6. Trousers recipe, defense points 5. Helmet recipe, defense points 2. And boots recipe, defense points 2. You'll see 4 armor slots in the top left corner of your inventory. Drag your finished armor into the appropriate slot and it will appear on your body. Remember, as armor absorbs damage, its durability decreases. Eventually, it'll have no durability left and you'll need to craft a new set. Exploring. Now that you've become familiar with the game, it's time you test your survival skills and explore a little farther from your home. Here are some exploration tips to get you started and minimize your chances of getting lost. Beacon. Mark your shelter with a beacon. Paul Soares Jr. created a simple beacon from a tower of dirt blocks and a torch. And this design is now widely used in Minecraft. Excuse me, jeez. Go build your beacon. To build your beacon, create a tower of blocks by using the pillar jumping technique. Then quickly place a dirt block directly below your feet. Then do the same in the block next to you. Then repeat until you are standing on top of a tall pillar 2 dirt blocks wide. I don't know why you can't just do it 1 block wide. Torches. Leave a trail of torches to light your path back home. This will be particularly useful for finding your way at night. Road building. Make a road out of cobblestone so you can follow it home. This is a fun option if you like constructing and building. Sign recipe. Placing signs on the ground and a screen will pop up asking you to enter some text. You can add text to where you are and arrows to lead you back to your shelter. Finding your way. There are several handheld pieces of equipment which will help you keep your track. A compass, a map, and a clock will come in handy if you find yourself in unfamiliar territory. Compasses point you to your spawn point. You can craft a compass from iron ingots and redstone dust. Clock recipe. Craft a clock from gold ingots and redstone dust to tell whether it's night or day when you're underground. What to take with you. Lots of food items, lots of weapons, as many torches as possible, a bed if you can manage to hop in and fall asleep before being attacked. You'll skip the night and wake up at the beginning of the next day. Map recipe. Make a map from paper and a compass so you get a sense of direction and see where you are in relation to your shelter. Minecart system. The world of Minecraft seems to be never ending. Crafting a basic minecart system helps make it easier to travel long distances, transport goods, and help you explore your surroundings. Rails are crafted using sticks and iron ingots. Once you have enough rails, place them on the ground to create a track. If you change direction while laying track, the previous piece of rail will automatically form a corner. If you place a track over a step in the landscape, the track will automatically connect. Minecart recipe. Smelt 5 blocks of iron ore in a furnace to give you 5 iron ingots, which will make a minecart. Place a basic minecart on the track and push it to get it going. Then jump aboard when it reaches a decent speed. When using a basic minecart, it's a good idea to start your track on a hill. The momentum traveling down the hill will give your car extra power. Nice. Thank you, Mr. Cool Waffle. Very poggers of you. Storage minecart recipe. You can make a storage minecart from a minecart and a chest. Powered minecart recipe. You can make a powered minecart from a minecart and a furnace. Once you have a powered minecart, you can craft either another basic minecart to sit in or a storage minecart to place goods in. Place this on the track in front of the powered minecart and it will be pushed along. Pog. Yeah, this is just an interview. Yeah. First book done. Alright. Whew. Alright. So next it is the construction handbook. I gotta do that again. Yeah, it only took an hour. Thanks, people. Ugh. Alright, here we go. I don't think I've read this one before. I've always more been of a Redstone type of guy. Welcome to the official Minecraft Construction Handbook. It's essential reading for aspiring master builders. Hey, that's like the Lego. Oh, the timer. Oh, gotta. Oh. Okay, it stopped for a second, but I guess it's fine now. Oh my god, it said the Lego thing. Welcome to the official. It contains step-by-step instructions from expert builders, Fiery UK, to help you complete awesome constructions, plus examples of inspirational builds to get you thinking big. Nope. Whether you dream of building your own mansion with a stunning garden or love the thrill of a bone-rattling roller coaster ride, this handbook will give you the confidence and skills to attempt some of those big projects that have just been pipe dreams up until now. Let's get building. Fire. It's okay. POV. You are being annoying, so I rub your face. You may need to build a house to protect yourself and your possessions in survival mode. or you might want to build a beautiful village in creative mode. Whatever your requirements, houses are one of the most important constructions to get right. I'm reading, don't worry, don't unfollow, please. I beg you. First, create a simple 1 block tall outline using cobblestone blocks. Add a slight outcrop at the front for an entrance and a slight dip at the back for a rear porch. Build up the first floor walls, bearing in mind how high you would like your ceiling to be. We recommend at least 1 or 2 blocks of space above your head so it doesn't feel too cramped. Fill in the first floor using wood planks. What is that? Is that salt? Damn. Build up the second floor walls in wood planks to complement the cobblestone. It's often easier to fill in the entire wall than knock any excess blocks out to add windows. Add in your second floor using wood planks followed by a handy wooden staircase. Using glass blocks to create windows and wood blocks to define the edges of your house, add 2 sets of wooden double doors to the entrance and torches to light it all up at night. Finally, lay out your rooms and decorate your house. PogChamp. Oh, it's still going. Jeez. I wish that was alcohol. It'd get me through it. Extend the front of your house upward in a triangle shape using wood planks. Then use wood stair blocks to create the edge of the triangle shape of the roof. Fill in your roof so that it covers the entire entrance section. Overhanging eaves will really make your house stand out, so extend the roof 1 block forward too. Why would I want to make it stand out? I mean, if we're in SSP, yes, I just used the abbreviation. That book taught me SSP. Why would you need it to stand out? Not like you're competing with anyone. Whatever. Continue to add wood stair blocks in rows as shown until you've created a roof for the rest of the house. Once your house is completely covered, remember to add a 1 block overhang to each section of the roof to make the viewers happy. Well, if you're doing survival single player and you're doing it without streaming or recording, then why? These are meant for casuals, not gamers like me. God, I hate myself. Try adding balconies, a window in the roof, and a cobblestone chimney. If you want to give the impression that smoke is billowing out of your chimney, place several cobwebs above it. Shut up. The building techniques used for this house can be applied to more complex builds. Try them out on different house designs and check out some of the impressive cities built by the Minecraft communities for more inspiration. Why am I building it then? Because I'm an epic gamer. And that's what women like. Many women like gamers. It's just a proven fact. I would know due to the amount of women that swarm me. Chateau de Résicoire, is that French? By Solomon77. Minecrafter Solomon77 created this elaborate house on an isolated island using a combination of sandstone and wood. It's a perfect second project after you've mastered building a basic home. Pog. The natural landscape is used to its best advantage, making use of most of the island and following the natural shape of the land, as well as retaining several trees and small grassy areas around the house. This approach would also work well for houses built on hillsides or mountains. Pog. The dramatic staircase leading up to the entrance is particularly grand. This impressive feature is made from a variety of complementary blocks and immediately draws the eye. It kind of doesn't though. Like it's stairs and like gravel. Like that doesn't catch my eye, really. It's just kind of like, ugly. Nordic Hall by not even gonna try that. This large complex house was created by build team Fire UK. It was constructed using the darkest type of wood available. Fire. Well, it was weird. It didn't look like Fire UK. It was different. Spruce wood, which contrasts sharply with the snowy landscape. Nordic Hall is constructed from a mix of raw and refined wood on a cobblestone base. It uses similar principles as the house on page 8, many of the same details such as the triangular roof and large windows, but Nordic Hall is built on an extremely different scale. It's 155 blocks tall. Jesus. This house was a team effort, and a large group of builders worked together to create this detailed large-scale structure. It would probably take days for someone to replicate it on their own. Oh god, I'm gross. Sheesh. Alright. Decorative garden. Let's work on making your house more homey from the outside. Creating a peaceful enclosed garden allows you to enjoy the landscape around you in a safe environment. First, mark the edges of your garden by placing wood blocks in the ground. Choose a spot for your swimming pool, then dig an area 1 block deep and use stone blocks to mark out the edges. Gotta go supersonic. That sounds so cringe. Now place leaves on top of your wood blocks. They won't decay if they're placed on wood. Dig your pool to the desired depth and use smooth sandstone and glowstone to line the walls. Once the pool walls are finished, you can fill it with water. Try adding a few more details to your garden at this stage, such as small vegetable patch and some trees. Fix trap doors onto dirt blocks to create stylish planters for your flowers. Craft decking from wood blocks, stair blocks, and fences. Then place an anvil on the top for barbecue. Okay. Decorative garden continue. Now that you mastered the basic garden layout, check out these advanced decorative features to take your outside space to the next level. You'll be the envy of the street in no time. Nobody cares if I made a good build in Minecraft. Let's be real here. People would bully me if I did good on Minecraft. Fountain. A fountain is a great way to enhance your garden. Fountains may look like they defy the laws of Minecraft, but they're not that hard to make. The trick is to create a structure with an infinite water source at the top that can fall into an area at the bottom. Once placed, the water will continue to flow indefinitely, and you can create an attractive centerpiece, like this one made from stone bricks and chiseled stone bricks with a lamp at the top. More water. Maze. One of the most popular uses of leaf blocks is to create mazes. Much like the hedge on page 17, you begin by marking out your maze by wood blocks. When you're happy that your friends will get thoroughly lost in your labyrinth of pathways, place leaf blocks on top of your wood blocks and build them up to 3 or 4 blocks tall so your friends can't jump up and peek over the top. I don't want to optimize my PC, Dal. I bet you can't do that. I'm just built different. Wow, apparently this fan is making a lot of noise on the mic. I feel bad for anybody wearing headphones. Stream Cottage by Half Demon and Enbu. This attractive cottage makes great use of the stream running nearby. The random positioning of plants and lily pads has helped create a wild cabin in the woods feel. Unlike most gardens, there are no pathways or fences to act as boundaries or guidelines, and no straight lines. The edges are organic and natural. Although the cottage has been built on a flat ground, you could build something similar on hilly terrain as well. You could easily create a stream like this, one to add a little atmosphere to your garden. Plug. I feel like this one's not going to take nearly as long because the pages aren't nearly as filled. Also, I don't think there's as many pages just in general. Never mind, there's about 70, but come on. Palace Gardens by Fire UK. These magnificent palace gardens are so large that we can't show everything. What you can see here is one of the four corners, an inviting oasis of calm. The pathway is made from a mixture of cobblestone and gravel and is surrounded by small hedges and greenery. The tree in the center of the garden is planted on a small man-made island with a shallow water surrounding it. The island is circular, but it's not quite a perfect circle, so it still looks natural and organic. Fortified wall. Your towns and cities need to be protected from hostile monsters and enemy players. To ensure the safety of your precious structures, you may want to consider a fortified wall. First, create the outline of your wall. Well, this was in like 2014, right? Yeah, 2014, so it's okay. Decide how many blocks deep you'd like your wall to be. It doesn't matter how long your wall is right now, you can always extend it later if necessary. Build the walls up to the desired height, leaving gaps at regular intervals along the top. These gaps, called crenels, allow archers to fire at your enemies. Add a wood plank walkway at the top of your walls just below the crenels to create battlements. Fortify your wall with another layer. We use stone bricks to build out from the wall and create a pillar-like support system that looks tough to get through. We also added stone brick slabs across the top of the wall to break up the large amount of cobblestone. Add stone brick stairs to the lower section of the wall to allow access from the top of the wall to the bottom. We added corners to each of the pillar sections of the wall and also added stair blocks above the stone brick running along the middle of the wall. Currently not enjoying this, but hey, 100 subscribers special. Maybe if we get to 200, I'll do something even more torturous. I don't know what's more torturous than this, but I probably figure something out. Fortified wall. Towers placed at each corner of your wall will provide excellent lookout posts. They open up the defensive capabilities of your wall and can be used to access the upper levels. I can help with ideas. Oh, I already got a lot of ideas cooking, but yeah, DM me on Discord. I'm pretty sure you have it. First, lay out a circular shape at the base of the one end of your wall. We use cobblestone so the tower blends in with the rest of the wall. Next, build the tower up to at least double the height of the wall, then add crenels to the top. We blended the wall into the lower section of the tower, but you can build your tower out of contrast and block. By that, I just really want to torture you. Oh, okay, cool. Time to add some detail. We created two upper layers using stone brick blocks circling the entire tower. This helps break up the large amount of cobblestone. We also added a wood plank walkway to the top of the tower to match the top of the walls. Add windows to each level of your tower by destroying cobblestone blocks in your desired location. Create a staircase inside so that you can easily climb up and down the tower during battle. We also use stone brick stairs to make the two extra layers we added in the previous step appear smoother and extend out a little farther. Finally, we created a torch from netherrack for the top. Oh god. Yeah, I think we're almost like halfway. We're making good time. Mage City Walls by Fire UK. The circular wall created by Fire UK encloses the mystical Mage City. Mage is an old English word for a magician. Right? Yeah, magician. Yeah. And Mage City is a mysterious place full of magical secrets. This is a small section of the immense wall that is made up of various layers with towers and regular intervals. At regular intervals. Smart. The entire wall took more than 20 people over 3 hours to create. So set aside a few days if you want to try this on your own. Please. To create a wall of this scale and shape, you need to make two enormous circles out of blocks, one for the outside of the wall and one smaller circle for the inside. You then need to fill the space between two circles with blocks. This is an incredibly time-consuming process. And then there are the wall details. It literally says few. Large Medieval City Wall by Sir Barrett. Minecrafter Sir Barrett created these elaborate walls to enclose a medieval city. They look impressive enough in pictures, but are even more spectacular up close, as they are over 65 blocks tall. These walls have multiple layers and a suspended walkway on the upper section. Usually you would build your own town or city before building your wall, but Sir Barrett decided to build his wall first. He intended to create a city inside, following the shape of the wall, but never got around to it. Damn. Royal Hall. Have you grown weary of your house? Why not build yourself a royal hall? It'll be a great addition to your Minecraft world. Let's take a look at how you can make your interiors look more regal. Choose a location for your hall and decide which blocks you'd like to use. We use stone. Mark out a 19 block, a 30 block long, and 10 block tall outline of your hall. Once the outline is in place, fill in the floor using your chosen block. Mark out the areas for windows now before you fill in the walls. This way it'll be easier to move them. If you change your mind, add a royal carpet down the center of the hall that stops just before the area where your throne will sit. Yes, that's right, you're going to have a throne. Royal Hall continued. Jeez, this is going to be a long one. Fill the walls with cobblestone and windows with glass panes and fence blocks with torches on top to light up the room. Now create your throne, making sure it fits for Minecraft royalty. Think gold, diamond, and anything else that might bling it up. Add stone pillars to your throne room for a really authentic touch. The pillars in our example are 2x2 blocks wide and the same height as the walls. We also added a stone brick pattern to the floor to create some detail. You can craft 3 blocks of carpet from 2 wool blocks. Glass pane. Of course, it's imperative that you keep the rain off your beautiful throne. Add these wood blocks on top of the current stone brick pillars. They'll be the main support for the roof. Next, create the outline shape of the roof using wood planks and stairs, then extend the stair blocks all the way along your royal hall. Add windows at each end to allow natural light in. Head inside and using the wood blocks as a reference again, add wooden columns inside the roof. You can also add upside down stairs to add more detail. Run a line of fence blocks along the middle of the roof and add upside down glowstone lamps. This will provide enough light to stop mobs spawning. Is that it? Okay, think of. Dwarven City by Fire UK. This hall was made for the fantasy race of dwarves. This whole build is situated inside a mountain and in places extends down toward the bedrock layer. There's no natural light at all. Huge cauldrons of lava light up the room. Cauldrons of... I thought lava cauldrons were only just added. As does the running lava under the glass at the back of the hall. Since dwarves are naturally miners, it was appropriate to use an excess of gold and iron. I was about to burp, but I didn't. Almost did again. Palace by Fire UK. This magnificent palace building was created using a variety of blocks to give a sense of opulence. You feel like royalty the moment you step inside. This build shares many similarities with the Dwarven City, with the royal throne at the center and seating on the other side. The regal colors of gold and red dominate the color scheme, and excess of gold is used in the main floor and wall designs. An elaborate glowstone lamp sits in the center of the ceiling and illuminates the details nicely. Hey, we're on page 40, so we're halfway. So much information. I'm gonna be the best Minecrafter after this. Not like I wasn't already. Let's be real, I was already the best. Suspension bridge. The landscape of Minecraft is often littered with dangerous obstacles, from rocky ravines to deep, fast-flowing rivers. The safest and most effective way to overcome these obstacles is to travel over them. So let's build a suspension bridge. Hog. First, build a horizontal strip of wood planks across the obstacle you need to overcome. It should be 2 blocks deep. Really? 2 blocks deep? Is that really necessary? Make it wide enough to incorporate a Minecraft track in case you decide to add one later. Build supports underneath the wood planks using wood blocks. Destroy the top layer of some central wood planks in the bridge and replace them with gravel. Leave the wood planks in place along the edges. Okay, so that's why. So you can have wood on the bottom and gravel on the top. So that's why. I'm weird. Build an arc under the bridge using wood blocks. Pog dance? I don't know what a pog dance is. I'm not hip enough for that. Build an arc under the bridge using wood blocks to match the supports. The arch will help support the bridge, but still allows boats to travel underneath it. Logic, I guess. Add fences along the wood planks at each side of the gravel road and fill in the space above the arch with fences. Be creative with your fences and try out your own designs. Suspension bridge continued. Let's turn your basic arc knowledge into an impressive suspension bridge. Suspension bridges give the impression that they can bear an incredibly heavy load, which is reassuring to look at. Do people really care if a Minecraft bridge can support a lot? Create 2 H-shaped frames from wood, one at either end of the bridge. These will act as the supports for the suspension cables, so they will need to be fairly tall. Aim to build these at least 10 blocks tall. 10? Really? It's not. Create 2 half arcs starting at either end of the bridge and meeting in the middle. These represent the large cables that often arc across bridges. To stagger the arc, start with 3 or 4 blocks in a line and continue dropping them down. Okay. Add fences underneath your arches. You can experiment with patterns or just opt for a simple line effect by spacing your fences a block apart, as we have done. The lines run down to the fences below so that everything is connected. Extend your cable pattern to the other sides of the frames, back on land to finish it off. You might want to add torches or glowstone lamps. You could also add road markings and paths to the bridge, if your design is wide enough. I think the pain is starting to set in. This is really going to be torture. Tower Bridge by Garrett. Recognize this iconic London landmark? Yeah, that's right. It's a recreation of the famous Tower Bridge and was created by Minecrafter Giro. Constructed mainly from cobblestone, smooth stone, and stone brick, the bridge towers over everyone and everything in the surrounding area. There were a lot of details to look at, and the use of wool to accent the sides of the bridge is particularly effective. Giro used the classic onion jack colors to give the bridge a really British feel. A bridge of this scale would take weeks to build, but it'll be worth the effort just to see your friend's jaw drop. I don't know. I don't want to waste my time. Hello there. General Kenobi. Prime Gaming? Pog? The majority of this fantasy-style bridge is built from stone slabs and cobblestone, and the bridge walkway is fairly simple, but what makes it stand out are the 3 intricately designed gatehouses. These gatehouses are multi-layered, highly detailed creations. What is that emoji? I've seen it. Oh, it's just a smiley face. Hola. Don't know why I spoke Spanish. Do you want to play chess? Sorry, I'm currently in the middle of reading my Minecraft books. Maybe later though. I'm going to bed after this stream, but maybe later after that. The majority of this fantasy-style bridge is built from stone slabs and cobblestone, and the bridge walkway is fairly simple, but what makes it stand out are the 3 intricately designed gatehouses. These gatehouses are multi-layered, highly detailed creations, and between them are small stages with mystical mage statues sitting on top of them. How about after the books? I mean, I got 2 more after this, and it's been like, it takes a while to read them all. So, yeah, sorry. It took a team of 20 people just an hour to build this bridge, which is incredible. If you want to create something similar yourself, make sure you set aside a few days to complete it. Floating island. Floating islands can really add a touch of fantasy to your world, and they're great if you're working. I have the time, buddy. Well, I mean, it's almost 10 here. I don't want to go to bed too late. I got plans tomorrow. So, floating islands can really add a touch of fantasy to your world, and they're great if you're working with a steampunk theme. See page 56. They aren't as complicated as they look either. Build a 1x1 cobblestone tower upward 30 to 40 blocks tall. This is the center of your island and will eventually be destroyed. At the top of this tower, maybe next time I stream then? Yeah, maybe. At the top of this tower, place cobblestone blocks and a cross approximately 15 blocks out from the center in each direction. Run a circle of blocks around the cross to create the shape of the island. Starting at the edge and add blocks below the top of the island working toward the center. The more randomly they are placed, the more realistic your floating island will appear. The 4 lines of blocks should meet roughly in the middle of your island. Now fill in the top layer of your island with more cobblestone blocks. Here comes the tricky part, sculpting the bottom of the island. Think of each layer as a disc and try to keep the disc true to the shape of the island, curving them in as you get to the bottom. Continue this until you have a shape you are happy with. I'm never happy, so. Add a base layer of grass blocks to the top, then build up 1 or 2 more layers and add trees and flowers. Try to make the layers reflect the shape of the island. Finally, destroy the bottom of the initial block tower so your island floats in the sky. You know what would be pretty pog for a floating island? You do all that, and then you carve out a place beneath it, so that way it looks like it was just lifted up from the ground. That would take a long ass time, but hey, it would be worth it. Floating island continued. What floating fantasy island would be complete without a castle? When you're visiting your floating island, you'll need somewhere to hang out and keep a lookout for enemies. First, mark out the basic outline of your castle using cobblestone blocks. Mark out any lookout towers and space for a gate. Raise the walls and towers to your desired height. Our walls are 5 blocks tall and the towers are 8 blocks tall. Poggers. Wow, there's a lot of steps to this. That's not fun. Use wood planks to create floors for your towers with trapdoors and ladders built into them for access. Add wood blocks to each corner of the towers and stone bricks to the tops of the cobblestone walls to reinforce your lookout post. Build a roof on top of each tower. We use spruce wood stair blocks to create ours. Now add wood planks on top of the walls to create battlements. Try using stone half slabs or stair blocks to change the shape of the build. Okay, yeah, we're more than halfway done now. Mage Tower Islands by Nefashus. This is part of a collection of carefully planned islands. Each one is packed with small details that together create an awesome scene. But the focal point is the Mage Tower that you can see here. Notice the rock formation underneath the island along with the waterfall. Excuse me. The jagged outline helps to create a sense of height. The backdrop for your build is equally as important as the build itself. This relatively simple tower looks at all the more impressive atop a floating island. Poggers. This stream is very poggers. Steampunk City by Fire UK. Steampunk City is Fire UK's biggest floating island build, and what you can see here is just a small section of it. Steampunk is a type of science fiction that includes steam-powered machinery. In keeping with steampunk style, lots of giant propellers have been used to illustrate how the islands are kept afloat. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Along with the flying ships, buildings, and balloons, one of the standout features of this build is the large monorail track encircling it. This acts as a tour path, allowing visitors to travel around the islands to see all the different areas. Galleon ship. There are plenty of vast oceans to conquer in Minecraft, and what better way to show you're king of the seas than by building an amazing ship? Assuming you're ready for the challenge, that is. Construction materials, bullshit. The first step is the most complex. You'll need to create the outline for your ship in your chosen block. This outline will eventually form the hull. Use these images as a guide, but don't feel that you have to copy them exactly. If you want to try a different shape or build something much larger or smaller, go for it. Oh, so this is like really difficult. This is a level 3. I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime. Anyways, next, fill in the outline to create the full shape of the ship's hull. We used birchwood planks since they contrast well with the wood used to create the skeleton of the ship. Stone brick has been used to define the top edges of the hull. Now fill in the top of the base to form your deck. This deck has a raised section at the back known as a poop deck. So we added wooden stair blocks along either side of the ship to provide access points. There's also a raised section at the front, and we've added stair blocks there too to give the deck a variety of levels. Here, hold on. Yeah, I'm not going to bed early tonight, definitely not. But hey, I made a promise that I'd do this, and so I will. A ship of this size would need plenty of large sails, so construct 3 tall masts out of wood. Make sure you space them out evenly across the deck to make them look realistic. If you build a smaller boat, you won't need as many masts. Constructing the sails. Sails can be tricky to master, so make sure you leave enough room for experimentation and enough time for redesigning. We'll be creating 2 large sails in the middle with 2 triangle side sails at the back and front of the ship. Outline each sail using white wool blocks. Fill in the front and back sails first to get a sense of size and color. We used white wool for the sails and wooden fences to link the masts together. Oh yeah. Try to arrange the sail blocks in different layers to make it look as if the wind was blowing behind them. Build 2 front-facing sails in the middle of the ship. We created 2 different types of sail to show you how they can all work together, but you can stick with just one if you prefer. We added flags made out of red wool to the tops of the masts. These also appear to be blowing in the wind. We created a few smaller sails in between the larger sails to give the ship more detail. Oh, that's cool and fun and quirky. Quirky dough. He's quirky dough. Oh god, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Oh. Made ships by Fire UK, of course. These mage ships were built by Fire UK as part of the Mage City. These sails have been created in different ways to give a more elegant, majestic feel to these vessels. While these ships still use wood for the hull and white wool for the sails, the main difference is the triangular side sails that span the entire length of the ship. 3 of these sails stretch along the ship and create a very different look from other ships of similar scale and style. Don't know what's happening to my words, but it's happening alright. Okay, yeah, we're almost done with this one. Pog. Pirate Ship Island. Minecrafter Heaven_Lord and his team created a huge pirate island with various ships of different sizes and styles. This is one of the ships found in waters around pirate islands. The hull was built out of yellow and black wool as an interesting alternative to the standard brown wooden hulls we're so used to seeing for ships of this scale. The addition of small cannons along the side of the hull is another interesting detail. The huge sails give the ship a grand scale, ensuring its towers over the ocean waves below. Oh god, another tutorial. Okay, well, it doesn't look like there's much. Okay, yeah. Epic roller coaster. Why not turn a regular method of transportation into a twisting, turning, plummeting roller coaster ride? Here's how to construct the basics. Where you go after that is up to you. Up to your imagination. Create an outline for your track using wood planks. You'll need a few drops to give the cart the momentum it needs to travel around the track, and twists and turns to create a fun ride. Position your rails on top of the wood planks. Place powered rails at the bottom of the first climb, and keep testing your roller coaster until the cart can make it to the top. Epic roller coaster continue. Add more detail. We've placed a tunnel at the end of our ride to add another level of excitement. There's nothing quite like careening around tight corners in the dark. We've also built supports underneath the track using fence blocks for the struts to make it look more realistic. Add stair blocks to the side of the track where it runs uphill to give it an authentic look. Pick a point on a flat section to create a minecart station, which you can use as your start/finish ride point. Add a dispenser full of minecarts here. Add glowstone ramps around your ride to illuminate it at night, and a fence to stop mobs from wandering onto the track. Finally, add some trees, grass, and flowers around the outside of your fence and on top of your tunnel so that it blends in with the landscape. Okay. Epic roller coaster advanced features. What's that? Already bored of your basic track, you say? Okay, you asked for it. Let's look at adding some even more awesome features to your ride to make it a really nail-biting experience. Is anyone like, oh god, the Minecraft roller coaster? Is anybody like that? I just want to know. Please, someone answer. Add daredevil drops to your track to make your roller coaster even more exciting. To create a drop, let your minecart fall off one track onto another track below, and repeat as many times as you like. You can change direction as you go, but you need to ensure the lower track is directly below the upper track so the cart doesn't miss, otherwise your friends may sue you for injury. Wow, we're getting legal on this episode. Oh. Try a half-pipe design and send your minecart along a snaking track. To keep the cart moving, place booster rails at the bottom of each dip. You can make your snaking track as long or as short as you like, depending on how many turns you think your stomach can handle. This is cringe. No, I'm just kidding. This is basically my holy Bible. Red Dragon Coaster by... this terrifying roller coaster built in and around a valley has been designed to look like a dragon. The ride starts at the head, then twists and turns its way down the body. You'll notice a distinct lack of support structures for the ride, which adds to the unsteady, dangerous feeling. The minecart is constantly careening around corners at top speed, and the view is absolutely petrifying. Crispy Chimp used the natural terrain of the ravine, dropping down into the caves and then shooting into the sky. No Escape. No Escape was created using a handful of simple roller coaster features mixed in with some more complex ones. The builder combines them all in clever ways to create a truly thrilling ride. When the ride begins, you're dropped onto the track below the pistons. The majority of the track is supported by 1 block wide pillars, creating that rickety feeling again, as well as an open field. This is an unpredictable ride that will keep you guessing at every turn. Final words from Fire UK. Okay. Congratulations, you made it to the end of the Minecraft Construction Handbook, which means you're a master builder of the highest order. Fire UK are constantly being asked for their #1 construction tip, and the reply is usually to focus on detail and add it to the builds wherever possible. Create patterns and use different blocks to break up large sections such as walls and roofs to give your builds more depth and make them more realistic. Don't be afraid to be creative. Alright, next. Okay. God, this was Pog. Alright. How many pages are in this one? Okay, about the same amount. Yeah. Oh god. The Return of Fire UK. Oh god. Oh no. Alright, Minecraft the Combat Handbook. Let's do it, assholes. Oh god, that's a lot. Okay. Welcome to the official Minecraft Combat Haircut Handbook. It's essential reading for warriors. Okay. Well, then I shouldn't be here. Just kidding. I'm the best at PvP. Ask any of my friends, except don't, please. This book is packed with tips from Minecraft experts like Master Builders Fire UK, YouTube sensation Paul Source Jr., and Redstone expert C&B Minecraft. Why are they here? I don't know. They just are. Read on to learn how to defend your home, build a fort, fight monsters, set traps, thrive in PvP. Excuse me. PvP, player versus player mode, evade death in the nether, and battle the dreaded ender dragon in the end. With the help of this handbook, you'll be a Minecraft warrior of the highest order in no time. Holy shit. Okay, this is gonna be a long one. I don't like it. Basic weapons. Weapons are items used to deal damage to other players or mobs. There are several basic weapons that should be at the core of any warrior's arsenal. A sword's sharpness makes it the best weapon to use during close range plus melee combat. A sword can be crafted from 1 stick plus 2 pieces of wood, cobblestone, smelted iron, smelted gold, or diamond gems. Diamond swords are by far the most durable and will inflict the most damage, but diamond is one of the trickiest elements to find in Minecraft because it generates deep underground. If you don't have any diamonds, just craft a sword, one of the strongest elements in your own hand. Sword maintenance. You can rename and repair a sword on an anvil, access your anvil and place the sword in the first slot, then either add a second sword to repair or change the text to rename. The cost and experience points will appear at the bottom. Wow, didn't know that reading would be this painful. Bow and arrows. The main advantage of a bow and arrows is that, unlike a sword, you can use it from a distance and keep out of range of enemy attacks. A fully charged bow and arrows can deal 9 points of damage per hit. To charge your bow, just hold down the use item button until it begins to shake. This will make the arrows go farther and do maximum damage. It takes just 1 second to fully charge, which is very useful when you're in a fight. Dispensers. As the name suggests, a dispenser is a mechanism that stores and dispenses items. It can be used to fire arrows, eggs, snowballs, and splash potions at your opponents, and it can hold up to 9 stacks of 64 items. Pull the lever to activate the dispenser and your ammunition of choice will be fired out. Just make sure it's pointed in the right direction. Flint and steel. This is a handy tool that allows you to make fire and can be used as a weapon against your enemies. Once crafted, select it in your hotbar and use it on a flammable block to set it alight. Aim for the block underneath your opponent or a block directly in their path and you'll soon get rid of them. Is that a threat? Should I pull up this? No, I'm not gonna do that. I was gonna say, should I pull up the Scott Wozniak clip, but never mind. A lava bucket can be used to damage several opponents at once, since it allows you to place lava in their path or to drop it on top of them. Find some lava, select the bucket from your hotbar, and use it on the lava to collect it. To place the lava, just place the bucket in the desired destination. TNT. Activate the TNT using a flint and steel fire, a redstone current, or another explosion in the near vicinity. If lighting with a flint and steel, make sure you get away quickly, or else you'll go boom along with the TNT. 12.5 shell to the bone. Minecraft warriors need armor to protect themselves from attack and damage, especially when battling other players. A full set of consists of helmet, chestplate, trousers, and boots. You can craft armor from leather, gold, iron, or diamond. Chainmail armor can sometimes be acquired through villager trading, or if a mob drops it when it dies. These substances often varying degrees of protection. And armor will protect you from the following forms of damage: mob attacks, arrows, explosions, other players, fire and lava, and cacti. It's cacti. I can't believe I've been saying cacti this whole time. No! Oh my god, I just had that realization. Alright, whatever. A defense point is equal to half a chest plate in your armor bar. The more defense points your armor has, the more damage it will absorb over its lifetime. For example, a complete set of diamond armor will protect you from 80% of damage, compared to a complete set of iron armor, which will protect you from only 60%. Yeah, suck it, iron! I forgot I was live. Mob combat. Fighting hostile monsters is the best way to outfit yourself with supplies for future combat. Let's start with the overworld mobs before venturing to the nether and end. Silverfish, 8 health points, 1 attack strength. Attack method will run or jump toward you and inflict damage by touching you and by pushing you around. When one silverfish is attacked, more may awaken nearby, and you may easily find yourself swarmed. Spawns from monster eggs / spawners found in strongholds, rarely underground in extreme hill biomes when a silverfish block is broken. Vulnerable to lava and gravel. Is it really vulnerable to lava? Jeez. Whoopsies. Spider. Health point 16. Attack strength 2 to 3. Whatever. Attack method will leap toward you and hit you, inflicting damage until you die. Only hostile in low level lights. Once hostile, they will remain so even in daylight. Spawns in the overworld and light levels of 7 or less. Vulnerable to lava, cacti, and TNT. Oh, fire and falling. Didn't know it was vulnerable to falling and fire. Oh, vulnerable. Oh, I was about to say, it's invulnerable to TNT? No, I'm stupid. Useful drops. 0 to 2 string, which can be used to make a bow. 0 to 1 spider eyes, which can be used in potions. Hurt. Slime. Health points, large 16, medium 4, tiny half, or 1 heart. Attack strength, large 4, medium 2, tiny 0. Attack method will hop toward you and bump into you repeatedly, inflicting damage until you die. Spawns below level 40 in specific chunks at any light level. In swamp biomes between levels 51 and 69. Nice. In light levels of 8 or less. Vulnerable to lava, cacti, TNT, fire, falling, and water. Useful drops. Tiny slime drop 0 to 2 slime balls, which can be used to make magma cream for potions also. Zicky pistons. Creeper. Health points 20. Attack strength 49 regular times 24 and whatever. Attack method runs at you and explodes in your face. Spawns in the overworld in areas with a light level of 7 or less, but not on transparent blocks like grass. They don't die when the sun rises. Vulnerable to lava, cacti, TNT, fire, falling, diamond sword, block, or bow and arrows. Wait, are you saying that? Whatever. Who to take? Cat and ocelot. Aww. Aww. Ocelots and tame mechanics wouldn't hurt a fly, but will send creepers running for the hills. Useful drops. Creepers will drop 0 to 2 pieces of gunpowder, which you can use to make TNT, and fire charges. Don't know why I say, you big Bobby. Skeleton. Health points 20, attack strength 2 to 6. Attack method will shoot at you with a bow and arrows. Spawns in the overworld in areas with a light level of 7 or less, but not on transparent blocks like glass or half blocks. Vulnerable to lava, cacti, TNT, fire, falling, daylight. They put an actual picture this time. Oh my god, it's not just like a white box. They put, you can't really see it, but it's not just a white box. They put an actual sun. And then a splash potion of healing. I knew that one. Useful drops. 0 to 2 arrows. Their bow rarely may be enchanted. Random armor, rarely if equipped, may be enchanted. Zombie, health points 20. Attack strength 2 to 9. Attack method will amble toward you and touch you to inflict damage until you die. Spawns in the overworld in areas with a light level of 7 or less, but not on transparent blocks like grass. Vulnerable to lava, cacti, TNT, fire, falling, splash potion of healing. Useful drops. Iron sword and random armor, rarely if equipped, which can come in handy if you're short on supplies. Oh, supplies, supplies. Oh, supplies, supplies, supplies. Which, health points 26, that's more than me. Attack method will throw splash potions of poison, weakness, harming, and slowness at you. Spawns in dimly lit areas, often in witch huts. Vulnerable to splash potion of poison and instant damage, but they are 85% immune to these arrows. Useful drops. 0 to 6 gunpowder, which can be used to make TNT. 0 to 6 spider eyes, which can be used to make potions. And then potions, rarely. Enderman, health points 40, attack strength 4 to 10. Attack method will teleport toward you and hit you, inflicting damage until you die. Spawns in the overworld in areas with a light level of 7 or less, and in large numbers in the end. Vulnerable to lava, cacti, TNT, fire, falling, and water. Useful drops. 0 to 1 ender pearls needed to get to the end. Okay, we're moving on to the nether. Oh, okay. Combat in the nether. The nether is a hellish dimension which you can access by creating another portal in the overworld. It's worth the trip because you can't find many useful items here. Because you can find many useful items here that aren't available anywhere else. You'll need a minimum of 10 blocks of obsidian to build another portal. Once you've constructed the portal, use a flint and steel or a fire charge to activate it and jump through. Another portal can be crafted from 14 blocks of obsidian. If you're short on obsidian, save yourself 4 blocks and cut out the corners. It'll still work if you're poor. Before entering another, equip yourself with the following: enchanted armor, enchanted weapons, several stacks of cobblestone blocks to create a safe pathways, and build a barrier to protect the nether portal. Flint and steel, you'll need this to relight your portal if it's destroyed. Torches and food. Gas, health points 10, attack strength 17 max. Attack method will shoot fireballs out of their mouths. Spawns in the nether in a space of at least 5 by 4 by 5 blocks. Vulnerable to their own weapon. Give them a taste of its own medicine and deflect those fireballs right back at them with your weapons. Useful drops. 0 to 2 gunpowder, which can be used to make TNT. 0 to 1 gas tiers, which can be used in potions. Magma cube. Health points large 16, medium 4, tiny 1. Attack strength large 6, medium 4, tiny 3. Attack method will hop toward you and bump into you, inflicting damage until you die. Spawns on another. Vulnerable to drowning in water. Useful drops. Large and medium magma cubes. Drop 0 to 1 magma cream, which can be used in potions. Blaze. Health points 20, attack strength 3 to 9. Attack method will launch fireballs at you or set itself on fire if close to you. Spawns in nether fortresses. Vulnerable to snowballs and water. Useful drops. 0 to 1 blaze rods, which can be used in potion. Wither skeleton. Health points 20. Attack strength 4 to 10. Attack method will hit you with your sword, at which point you'll be afflicted with wither effect for 10 seconds. You'll know that this has happened because your health bar will turn black. You'll be damaged over time due to its poison-like effect. Spawns near nether fortresses in light levels of 7 or less. Vulnerable to diamond swords with the sharpness, smite, or looting enchantments. Useful drop, stone sword, rarely. Wither, skeleton skulls, rarely. Zombie pigman, health points 20, attack strength 5 to 13. A zombie pigman is neutral until you attack. When provoked, it'll hit you with its sword, inflicting damage until you die. Spawns in any 2-block tall space in the nether. Vulnerable to drowning in water. Really, it can't swim. Useful drops, golden sword, rarely, maybe enchanted. Gold ingots, rarely, which can be used to craft gold armor. And weapon. Oh god, wither. Okay, hi. The wither is a boss mob like the ender dragon. See pages 34 to 37. What page are we on? Ooh, we are on 31 and 30. It's player made and can be crafted from 4 blocks of soul sand arranged in a T shape with 3 wither skeleton skulls on top. The last block you place must be a skull or the wither won't spawn. Wait, really? Health points 300. Attack strength 5 to 12. Attack method launches wither skulls, which can inflict the wither effect, a poison that can kill you upon contact with players. Spawns in the overworld when a player creates one. Weapons, enchanted diamond sword combined with splash potions. Diamond poison. I don't know. Vulnerable to potions and weapons. Who to take? Snow golems will attack the wither and distract it. To craft one, simply place a pumpkin on top of 2 vertically stacked snow blocks. Blah. Useful drops, 1 nether star, which we use to make a beacon, a block that is both a strong light source and a source of power for players. If placed on a pyramid, it gives selected buffs to players within a certain radius. Strategy, preparation. Don't even think about spawning wither until you're wearing armor and have the right weapons. I think I'm going to spawn a wither as soon as I can. Okay, well, we're less than halfway done with this one, but hey. Getting to the end. The end is a terrifying spit of land in the middle of the space-like dimension known as the Void. It is almost completely barren, but is inhibited by Enderman and the terrifying Ender Dragon. If you can defeat the Ender Dragon, you'll be rewarded handsomely and is well worth the trip. While you're there, you can collect Endstone, which has a high blast resistance. To get there, you'll need an end portal. They can be found in portal rooms within strongholds. To find your nearest stronghold, you're likely to need several Eyes of Ender, and then up to 12 more to activate it. Ugh, God, kill me. Eye of Ender recipe. I don't care about that. 1. Use your Eye of Ender and it will fly away from you in the air before dropping back to the ground. Follow it, pick it up, repeat. There's a 1 in 5 chance that the eye will shatter when it drops, which is why you will need several. Our water's about to run out. Oh. Eventually the eye will keep falling onto the same spot of land. This is where you'll find the stronghold, and you'll need to dig underground to get in. Just remember the number 1 rule for Minecraft: never dig straight down. Never dig straight down. Okay, that was a funny bit. Or you could fall into the lava in the center of the portal. Once inside the stronghold, make your way to the end portal. A lava pool surrounding the end portal blocks. All 12 end portal blocks will need to be activated with Eyes of Ender before it'll work. When the portal is activated, jump through the center and you'll find yourself in the end. Good luck. Oh god, the Ender Dragon, okay. Have I ever mentioned I've never beaten the Ender Dragon in a survival world? It's crazy. Once you get to the end, be prepared for awesome adventure and some serious combat. The Ender Dragon is ferociously aggressive and there's nowhere to hide. It's pretty dark in the end, so you might not spot the dragon immediately, but don't worry. The fearsome snarls and glowing purple eyes will soon alert you to its location. Plus, it'll pounce as soon as it spots you. Health points 200. Attack strength 6 to 15. Attack method will dive toward you and hit you, and inflicting damage until you die. Spawns in the end. Vulnerable to not much. The Ender Dragon is immune to lava, fire, water, and enchantments, and only takes damage from swords and arrows. Drops. Top secret. the Ender Dragon. Continue. Before you even think about attacking the dragon, you need to destroy the Ender crystals that sit on top of the obsidian pillars, since these crystals will heal it. Shoot them with arrows, snowballs, or eggs until they explode. If you don't have any, use ladders to climb up to the top of the pillars. Now for the difficult part, defeating the Ender Dragon. Try shooting it with arrows and keep an eye on its health bar to check how close you are to finishing it off. And what happens if you succeed? Well, you wouldn't want to give away that secret. Okay. Bro, how long is this book? Enchanting. Weapons and armor can be enchanted to improve their strength and performance and to give you a real edge over your opponents. There are several ways to enchant items using an enchantment table. An enchantment table is crafted from 4 obsidian blocks, 2 diamond gems, and 1 book. Craft a book from 1 piece of leather, often dropped from cows when they die, and 3 pieces of paper made from 3 pieces of sugarcane. You won't need the leather on the Xbox 360 or Pocket Edition. Okay. Access your enchantment table, then place the item you wish to enchant in the empty square, and choose one of the 3 options that appear on the right. The options are written in the standard galactic alphabet, so you won't know which one you're choosing until the item is enchanted. The numbers that appear on the right of the standard galactic alphabet text tells you how many experience points you'll have to pay. Joke's on you, Mojang. I speak standard galactic alphabet. Enchanting. Combining items on an anvil. An anvil can be used to combine enchantments from 2 items. The second item will lose its enchantment to fix the first. The items used must be the same for this to work. For example, 2 diamond swords. Place the item to be fixed in the first anvil slot and the other item in the second slot. The fixed item will appear on the output slot. This will also cost you your experience points. Combining with an enchanted book. You can find enchanted books in chests within strongholds, dungeons, jungle temples, desert temples, mine shafts, and villages. You can also buy them with emeralds from NPC, non-player character, village librarians, or make them on an enchantment table. To enchant an item, place the book in the sacrifice slot of your anvil and add them to the item to be enchanted. I have to pee. One moment, gamers. Never mind. Lock that. Worst comes to worst, I'll pee in a cup. Asking a priest villager. A priest villager will sometimes agree to enchant items for a fee of emeralds. Really? Just put the item and the requested amount of emeralds in the priest trading slots, and the enchanted item will appear in the output square. This won't even cost you any experience points. Awesome! Potions are drinkable items that have either a positive or negative effect on the player. When used correctly, potions can really give you the upper hand in combat, so take some time to learn the basics. Fill 3 glass bottles with water from the cauldron and place 1 in each slot on your brewing stand. 3 bottles of awkward potion can be made by adding nether wart to the top of your brewing stand. Nether wart can be found near staircases and nether fortresses. Awkward potion doesn't do anything. PvP. Player versus player, or PvP, is a mode of multiplayer gameplay where you can battle against other players. You can tackle your opponents alone or break off into teams. It's lots of fun. It's lots of fun. Okay? Take my word for it. It's lots of fun. We're Unorganized PvP refers to PvP that you have chosen to participate in. If you join a dedicated PvP server or organize a PvP game with your friends, you can be said to be playing organized PvP. Many organized PvP games are set in specifically built arenas. These are usually constructed in creative mode. Then the host changes the game type to survival and opens the server to other players. Unorganized. Unorganized PvP refers to occasions where you are attacked unexpectedly. Picture this scene. You are wandering happily through a forest, minding your own business, when another player hits you from behind with an enchanted diamond sword, killing you in a matter of moments. That's unorganized PvP. Talk about getting stabbed in the back. Stabbed in the back. Paul Soares Jr. Playing Minecraft with your friends and family is fun. You can help each other survive, team up on epic adventures, share creative builds, and pull off silly pranks. The possibilities are endless, and all you need is a few other players and a way to connect to each other. To play multiplayer on the Pocket Edition, your device will need to have a Wi-Fi signal and will need to be visible to other devices in the local area. Select multiplayer, then either start a new game and wait for friends to find you, or select join game and search for your friends. If you want to play in multiplayer mode on Xbox 360 Edition, you'll need Xbox Live Gold membership. You can then play with up to 8 other people, but you won't be able to access servers set up for the PC/Mac Edition. You can also try playing in split screen mode with 3 other players on the same Xbox. PogChamp. Multiplayer for PC/Mac Edition. Playing multiplayer on PC/Mac is lots of fun, as you can play with much larger groups of people. You have 3 options. Start your own dedicated server. Semi-advanced geekiness required. Okay. A dedicated server is a specialized Minecraft server program that runs on a computer and allows others to connect to it from just about anywhere in the world. This computer is called the host, and you need to give your internet address to the people you have allowed to play on it. The host computer should be fairly up to date to provide the best possible playing experience for everyone. You can download the Minecraft server program for free from the official Minecraft website, minecraft.net, and follow the installation instructions provided. Open a single-player world in LAN world mode. Basic computer skills required. If you have more than one computer at home, you can use the Open to LAN feature already built into Minecraft to play with others on a single-player world. This is called LAN, a local area network world, and it's fairly simple to get up and running. Here's the scoop. Open a single-player world map and press the escape key. Click the Open to LAN button. I feel like I'm reading a manual. Choose the player settings for this session, i.e. game mode, and allow cheats. Click Start LAN World. Now, if the other computer is on your local network, run Minecraft, choose multiplayer, and your LAN world should appear. Select it, hit the join server button, and let the games begin. Play on a dedicated online server or network. A zombie pigman can do it. Well, thanks. If you don't want to run your own server and don't mind playing with strangers, you can join on an existing online server. Just click multiplayer RDD server and enter the server address. That's the easy part. The hard part is deciding which servers to add. There are thousands to choose from, and each has its own sets of rules. Styles of play and players. Try searching an online database such as minecraftservers.net for options. Many server operators advertise on popular Minecraft forums like minecraftforum.net, punchwood.com in order to recruit new players. Remember, these sites aren't monitored by Mojang or Scholastic, so enter at your own risk. See the copyright page for our Stay Safe Online policy. Wow, this is a legal manual. Pre-battle checklist. Want to stay alive for as long as possible during organized PvP? Then you've got to start. Then you got to be smart and get organized. Use this PvP checklist when preparing for battle. Okay, let's see. Full set of armor, iron at minimum, with an enchantment like protection or unbreaking. At least 2 swords with enchantments like sharpness, smite, and knockback. an enchanted bow with at least 20 arrows, TNT, a lava bucket, a water bucket, flint and steel, splash potion of poison, splash potion of weakness, splash potion of harming, potion of invisibility, potion of healing, potion of regeneration, mushroom cup, cooked steak, golden apples, which not only restore food points, but also give you regeneration 2 for 5 seconds and absorption for 2 minutes. Battle strategy. Okay. God, I'm gonna go pee now. I have that up. An experienced warrior knows that battle is all about strategy. It's not just about blowing people up. It's about planning your actions in advance and using your brain to gain the upper hand. You could try... hold on. I want to be closer to the microphone, but I also want to be comfortable. You could try running straight into the middle of a battle, hitting out at everyone and everything, but you'll be more successful if you try using these tips instead. Craft a map as soon as you can to keep track of your location, as well as other players. Excuse me. Head for higher ground so you can see farther and pounce on players below you. It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground! Find a suitable spot for your base and get building. Try to position it away from other players. Sky bases and underground bases are the most difficult for your opponents to locate. Build your base from the strongest substance you can lay your hands on. Obsidian is best. Approach your opponents from behind to give them to give you the element of surprise. Then use this stratifying technique to circle them, making it difficult for them to target you. The children upstairs are very annoying. Keep your hand empty until face to face with an opponent. Then select your weapon. This will lull them into a false sense of security. Try to get the first hit in so your opponent's health points are immediately depleted. If you can force your opponent into water, their movement will be slowed, giving you an advantage. Sprinting at your enemy and hitting them, also known as sprint hitting, will enable you to knock them back further. Try block hitting and blocking at the same time. This allows you to deal damage to your opponent while taking less in return. Also, your opponent will, while jumping, to deal more damage. This is called a crit, or a critical hit. Okay, I think we're almost done here. Fort Battleground by Fire UK. Now that you're learning the way of the warrior, it's time to make a battleground on which, to test out your new combat skills. A fort is a perfect setting for that epic battle you've been planning. This fort, made by Fire UK, is an impressive battleground that includes many effective features. Oh, hi, Suki. I'm reading all the Minecraft books, 2 out of 4. I'm on the 3rd. Turn the page to see how it creates some of these features. Oh god, I don't want to know, please. Arrow-filled dispensers, soul sand trap, cacti moat. Yeah, that's a moat. I've been in a lot of pain recently. This is not okay. Okay, well, we're almost done. How am I? I'm not doing well, Suki. I'm dying of pain. If you look in the corner, it says I've read 2 books and I've been doing it for 2 hours. almost 2.5, long drop top trap. This trap is invisible and virtually impossible to escape from. What looks like an innocent iron door with pressure plates is actually a trap that can send the player falling as far as the bedrock layer. You'll need a regular doorway for this trap. Once finished, it should consist of a single door with a pressure plate on either side, but don't place the pressure plates yet, as you're about to dig a very deep hole. Okay, dig your pit directly in front of the door, at least 20 blocks deep. Remember the number one rule: never dig straight down. Dig a 2x1 hole so you can see what you're digging into while standing on the other block. Thank you, Suki. Clear a 4x2x3 block space to the side of the door for the redstone circuit that will power the trap. At the top of the cleared area, place a single sticky piston facing downward toward the pit. Repeat at the bottom and place a block in front of each piston. Make sure that each block in front of the top piston is the same as the rest of the ground so that it blends in. Place a blue wool block between two sticky pistons. Place a redstone torch on the left side of the blue wool block. Then place a regular block above the torch and a single piece of redstone dust below it. The redstone torch will power both pistons so that they are pushed out. Add a single regular piston facing the opposite way to the other two. On the right hand side of the blue wool block, place another piece of redstone dust behind the regular piston. Fill in the rest of the pit, then cover up the top with your wall. Place your pressure plates on either side of the door. The only part of the trap is now visible at ground level. It is a single side at the top piston. In most cases, the doorway will be part of the wall, so it'll be covered up completely. The next person who tries to enter is going to get a shock and a very long drop. I'm still reading, Liam. I know. I'm almost done with the third book. Okay, exploding tree trap. This simple classic trap is for playing tricks on your friends on multiplayer servers. This masterstroke is that it relies merely on other players' fundamental need to gather wood. Genius. This trap works by triggering TNT when a player attempts to harvest the bottom of a tree trunk. It is up to you how much TNT you use, but the 12 blocks below shown here are more than enough to cause some serious damage. Yeah, I can't stop now. I wasn't planning on stopping. Choose a tree, any type will work, but this example uses an oak tree. Pick a tree that is likely to be chopped down, such as one near another player's base. Dig out an area under the tree for the TNT and the activation circuit. You'll need to be 2 blocks deep, 5 wide, and 5 long, with the tree trunk positioned centrally. Remove the bottom tree trunk block and place a single piece of redstone dust directly below the tree. Then surround it with blue wool blocks as shown. Place a lever on the underside of the next trunk block, then flip it to the on position. The lever will provide power for the redstone dust. Exploding tree trap continued. Place redstone torches on the outer side of each wool block. These will activate the TNT when the lever is knocked off the trunk. Now for the fun part. Let's add the TNT. Let's build. This build has 3 blocks of TNT in each corner of the pit. Finally, cover the whole pit with dirt blocks or any block that blends in with the terrain to hide it. Now all you have to do is wait for another player to undertake some tree chopping, and kaboom. I don't want to know about all these traps. That's what the redstone book is for. Okay, yeah, 5 more pages maybe? I don't know. Oh. TNT cannon. This large cannon is powered by TNT and also fires TNT blocks. It causes epic levels of destruction, and it can be used to a great effect as a weapon, especially if you want to blow up an enemy base. Build a U-shaped frame using wool blocks and dispensers, 1 block above the ground. It should be 6 blocks long and 3 wide, and the dispenser should be facing in toward the center of the U-shape. Add 3 wool blocks to the front of the U-shape shown. These will help guide the TNT cannonball, and now add a final dispenser facing toward the column of the wool blocks as shown. TNT cannon continued. Place 3 light green wool blocks in the center of the U-shape to create the cannon bed. They should sit on the ground 1 block lower than the blue wool blocks. Place a fence post on a pressure plate at the front of the cannon. Add water to the central bed, placing it at the back so that it runs toward the pressure plate. Run redstone dust over the top of the first 2 dispensers along the side of the cannon. PC/Mac users will need to hold shift, then right click to place redstone dust on top of the dispensers. Then place a pink wool block above the 3rd dispenser and place a stone button on the side of it. Place 6 repeaters on the position in the position shown. Make sure the repeaters point the right way. Study this image carefully. Set each dispenser to a 4-tick delay, except for the one pointing into the lone dispenser. This should be a 2-tick delay. Finally, add 2 pieces of redstone dust as shown to connect everything. Now fill all 4 dispensers with TNT and give it a try. Okay. How to build an epic base. Couldn't have put this in the construction room? Really? Okay, I have that much left. That much. I can do this. Your base should be secure as possible to keep you and your possessions safe, but you want it to be truly epic, you'll need to build something that looks intimidating enough to send your enemies running for the hills. Follow these tips to create a seriously epic base. You remind me of Parker. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I know who Parker is, but I don't. I'm me. Position your base on the high ground, not at the bottom of a hill. This will give you an advantage over approaching enemies since you'll be able to see them coming. It also prevents them from taking you by surprise from above. Materials, build your base out of nether brick. This tells your enemies that you survived the nether long enough to collect a lot of resources, so they might think twice about taking you on. Also, netherbrick is immune to fire, making it a good choice for a combat zone. Flaming netherrack. Use netherrack to create floating blocks of fire at each side of the entrance. This is another great intimidation tactic. You've been to the nether and you like fire. Clearly you're not to be messed with. Okay. Lava. Use lava wherever you can to create streams running down the side of your base. Place 4 blocks of nether brick in a cross shape. Then use a lava bucket to place lava in the center. This will create an infinite source of lava. There is no infinite. Security. Use iron bars instead of glass or windows. They're more difficult to destroy than glass, and they'll be able to see your enemies coming. Iron bars are technically solid blocks, so arrows can't pass through the gaps, which means you can stand behind them safely. Door trap. Create a trap door to trick any raiders who actually see it to the entrance. See pages 60 to 63 for an awesome long drop trap. Cool. Alright. Raiding a base. Raiding an enemy base is a lot of fun. It provides you with more resources and also reduces your opponent's capabilities, making them less of a threat. Here's how to do it right. Timing. Attack at night when raiding an enemy base. The darkness is your friend. Recon. Observe the area before you attack. See who's there and how to use the terrain to your advantage. Tag team. Recruit a friend to help you. 2 players are better than 1. Tools. Take the strongest tool you can. An enchanted diamond pickaxe is ideal, as it will allow you to mine tough blocks like obsidian the quickest, and remember to take spares. Your enemy's enemy. If there are any creepers around, lure them to the base. You might be able to help you blow up the outer wall free of charge. Splash potions. Take splash potions to use against your opponents in case they emerge. Bring food to replenish your health, and hunger bars. Okay. think. Yeah, this is the last one on the last page. Pog. Testing your skills in a custom map by Fire UK. Now that you master the art of combat, it's time to pick up your sword, put on your helmet, and find out you are the best warrior Minecraft has ever seen, and we've got the perfect map for you. This is Remnant, one of Fire UK's custom survival games maps. Survival games isn't just about battling each other, it's about surviving the landscape. Within Remnant map, you'll find small villages, temples, and hidden areas containing chests filled with useful items. Your goal is to collect these items, battle the other players on the map, and win. Chests. Fighting chests quickly and grabbing useful items will give you an advantage over other players. Crafting recipes. Remember your crafting recipes, particularly the sword, bow, arrows, and armor recipes. I'm not doing the updated Redstone Handbook. I'm just doing this one when I'm done with this one. A bow and arrows can be particularly useful on a large map, as you'll be able to take out your enemies from a distance. It's not cheats. Listen, this is the collection. And I'm reading what's in the collection. Sneaking. Use the sneak function to crouch and hide your name from the other nearby players. Your name appears over your head in multiplayer and can be seen through blocks. Vulnerable items. When playing the Remnant map, you won't be able to run from the start point to find vulnerable items. The temple in the center has many hidden pathways and a complex maze-like hallway system inside, and many a treasure can be found there. Corridors. Be wary of small enclosed spaces like corridors, as you may find yourself cornered with no way out. A lot of early battles happen in small spaces. PC/Mac users, if you want to try the Remnant map for yourself, you can download it from minecraft.eggmont.co.uk. Check it out on Planet Minecraft. Alright. On to the next one. And I'd like to mention the last one. We are on the last book of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Can I get a Pog or a Pog champ in the chat? Yeah, Pog. Alright. The Redstone Handbook. God, why did I do this to myself? Okay. Alright. Why am I doing this? 100 subscribers special on my YouTube. Subscribe. Welcome to Redstone. Oh god, I feel like this is going to be dreadful. An introduction to the electrifying world of Redstone. Whether you're playing in survival or creative mode, Redstone is an amazing substance that will open up the immense possibilities of Minecraft. It'll enhance your gameplay by teaching you how to connect and control the blocks that make up your world. Redstone dust and torches were first introduced in alpha. Repeaters were introduced in the official Redstone release alpha 1.3.1 when it also became possible to obtain redstone by trading with villagers, witches who sometimes drop redstone, were introduced in alpha 1.4.2, followed by pistons in alpha 1.7. Version 1.5, aka the Redstone update, was released in March 2013. Since arrival, a huge Redstone community has developed, building and sharing creations as diverse as arcade-style games, intricate traps, calculators, and even computers. The first section of this handbook gets you up to speed with the basics of Redstone. The second section pushes you to use your new Redstone knowledge to compete challenges, and the final section showcases some of the awesome community creations that are out there and gives you a little insight onto how they work. So let's get wired up and go create. Redstone ore. Redstone ore is the raw mineable block from which you can get redstone dust. When mined in PC/Mac edition with an iron, gold, or diamond pickaxe, each block of redstone ore will drop 4 or 5 pieces of redstone dust. Where to find it? Redstone ore is found deep in underground within 1 to 16 blocks of bedrock layer. It's time to get mining then. Just a reminder that the #1 rule of Minecraft: never dig straight down. Oh, that illuminated my lip. Liam, I don't think we can be friends anymore. Okay, yeah, you're mean. If you're playing in creative mode, you'll have an infinite supply of redstone at your fingertips. If you're playing survival, the easiest way to get redstone is to find a cave system that leads deep underground. This will save you digging your way down by hand and should lead you straight to a nice supply of redstone ore. Enchanting your tools. When mined with an enchanted fortune pickaxe, a block of redstone will drop up to 8 pieces of redstone dust. I'm not doing that. You can enchant your tools on an enchantment table to craft you literally. It said the same thing twice. Redstone dust. Redstone dust is really powerful stuff and is essential to almost all redstone circuits. Yeah. Take some time to come to grips with it now, and you'll be glad you did it later. Within a circuit, redstone dust acts like a wire. It carries a redstone signal from a power source to another redstone item, such as a repeater, a piston, or a door. Using redstone dust, you'll need to place the dust on the top of a block, not on the sides or the bottom. Placing several pieces of dust next to each other will create a wire. Simple. Properties of redstone dust. Redstone dust is pretty smart. You can run it up and downhill to create a wire without the connection breaking. Just remember that it can't travel vertically more than one block at a time. But smart as it is, the dust still needs to be told what to do. You need to direct it into the item you want it to power. Simply by placing an item, a piston next to a wire, and giving it power won't do the trick. The end of the wire must be pointed at the item you're trying to power. When the dust receives a signal from a power source, it can send that signal a maximum distance of 15 blocks before it runs out of strength. At that point, you need to replace a repeater at the end of the wire to make the signal last for another 15 blocks. Turn to page 13 to learn about repeaters. I want to go to bed before 12. Is that possible? Probably isn't. But redstone torch. You want to familiarize yourself with this handy item. A redstone torch has several uses and, among other things, can act as a power source in a redstone circuit. How a redstone torch works. A redstone torch is turned on by default, so when it receives power or a redstone signal, it actually turns off. Unlike a lever or button, you can't switch it on or off by hand. Redstone torches are essential ingredient for redstone repeaters. See opposite page. Redstone comparators and activator rails. Redstone torches have a 1 tick, 0.1 second delay when they are switched on or off. When used in long chains, they can cause a few seconds delay, which you should factor into your calculations. A redstone repeater is a very useful item. Once you've wired it up, the possibilities are endless. How a repeater works. A repeater will accept a signal at the back and then push it out of the front with renewed signal strength. For reference, the back of the repeater is the side closest to you when you place it. A repeater has several functions, but the two most important are to increase the distance of a redstone dust wire, can send a signal. When added to a circuit, the repeater takes a signal of any strength and refreshes it so it is repeated at full power, hence its name. To create a delay between receiving the signal and outputting the signal, this is the most important function since the delay is critical to complicated machinery that requires specific timings to work correctly, such as the piston door. The maximum delay that can be created by a repeater is 0.4 seconds, but you can use several repeaters to create longer delays. Should I turn my light on? Give me more light to read. Yeah. Sheesh. God, that was bright. Pistons may just have the most revolutionary addition to redstone because they allow redstone circuits to physically move the blocks around you. When given power, a piston can push the blocks in front of it. 5 pistons, each pushing 12 blocks. Okay. Sticky pistons are often more useful than regular pistons. They can pull block backward as well as pushing it forward. When a sticky piston receives power, it will push a block forward, and when it stops receiving power, it will pull the block backward. Okay. Torches aren't the only power source available to you. There are several other interesting ways to power a circuit. The table shows different options for powering it with redstone. Redstone torches, redstone blocks, buttons, levers, pressure plates, tripwire hooks, detector rails, trapped chest, and daylight sensors. Power sources provide a redstone signal to other redstone items like redstone dust, pistons, and TNT. Using power sources. With the exception of the redstone block, trap chest, and daylight sensor power source needs to be attached to a regular block before it can work. The power source will then send out a signal for one block in all directions except diagonally. The easiest way to get a power source is to place it next to the item you want to power. Since all the power sources send power to the blocks next to them, buttons, levers, pressure plates, tripwire hooks, and detector rails also power the block to which they are attached, and anything that is next to that block. You with me? Oh my god, Turning power sources on and off. A lever can be toggled on and off, allowing you much more control over your circuits and machines. The only power source that can't be turned off is a redstone block. Sending your redstone signal in a specific direction. As you know, a power source sends out a signal in all directions, except diagonally. However, if the power source is next to redstone dust or a repeater, you can use those items to direct it wherever you want to go. How long is this thing, man? I just want to go to bed. It's been a long ass day. Power sources continue. We've looked at a few power sources already, but here are some additional power source recipes that will come in handy. Okay, these are all just recipes. I don't need those. Lighting systems. You wouldn't think twice about switching on a light in your own home, but in Minecraft, even that simple action requires a redstone circuit. Creating the circuit is up to you. Redstone lamp lighting system, the basic idea. You can create a basic redstone lighting system by using redstone dust, a lever, and a handful of redstone lamps. Let's create one for this simple log cabin. We're almost at 3 hours. During the day, the log cabin is lit by natural light coming in through the windows, but when darkness falls, monsters spawn inside, causing no end of trouble. To solve this problem, you need a way to keep the inside of the cabin lit at night. Instead of lighting it with regular torches, you can use redstone to create a more sophisticated lighting system. By placing a strip of redstone lamps in the ceiling and connecting them to a lever, you can create a light switch that can be switched on and off as you desire, depending on the time of day. Simply connect the redstone lamps together by running redstone dust along the top of them. Then run that dust to the block that your lever is attached to. This is a fairly basic redstone circuit, a power source, lever powering another object, a redstone lamp from a distance, using redstone dust to carry the signal between the two items. Am I going too fast? I feel like I'm going too fast, but whatever. Woman moment. Now that you've already gotten the hang of the slow down. No. I'm trying to go to bed before 11:30. I know. I refuse to slow down, Suki. I'm very sorry. Now that you've gotten the hang of the principles of a basic circuit, it's not a great leap to increase its usefulness by adding some extra features. I don't have a bedtime. Why do you think I'm doing this on a Friday? No, okay. I'm not having this conversation, alright? I'm finishing my challenge, and I'm gonna suffer, okay? Yeah. By replacing the lever in your redstone lighting circuit with a daylight sensor block, you can make your lighting system come on automatically when it's dark and turn off again when the sun rises. Smart, huh? Clear a 4x1 opening on your roof, fill out space with redstone lamps, then place a daylight sensor next to the lamps with a 1 block space between them. The picture shows the ideal placement. Place a 1 block space away from the sensor and put a redstone torch on the side closest to the redstone. This is not your gate. Finally, lay redstone dust down between the block and the sensor. Yeah. To complete the circuit, run the redstone dust along the top of the lamps. Although the torch isn't directly next to the redstone, it still counts as an entire block. So the circuit is complete. Usually a daylight sensor emits a signal if it's light. The effect of the sensor has now been changed by the NOT gate, so that it emits a signal when it's dark, powering the circuit and switching on the lamps. Piston doors are a very popular redstone contraption that open as if by magic, and constructing one is a great way to learn about all the vital elements of redstone. Building a 3x3 block arch with a 2-block empty space in the center for the doorway, then place 2 sticky pistons on the right of the door facing inward, and place 2 blocks in front of them. Dig down 2 blocks behind the pistons, place a block of blue wool in the hole, and a redstone torch on the top to create your NOT gate. Place another block on the top of the torch, then place redstone dust on the top. This dust will be enough to power both of the pistons. Your door is finished. Whoa. Text. Redstone Handbook, that's what we're on. Pog. Dig a 2-block deep trench running around the blue wall, block to the front of the same door, run redstone along the bottom of the trench, right up the door. This will allow you to connect the pressure plate to the pistons. Piston doors continued. If you fill in the top layer of your trench with blocks of your choice, and place a pressure plate in the doorway so the door can be triggered open. Because of the NOT gate, the pressure plate causes the pistons to open the door instead of closing it, which is far more useful. To make the door open from either side, dig another identical trench from the back of the door to the pistons and place another pressure plate inside. Now hide your circuitry with extra blocks. I regret doing this now, but I already wasted like nearly 3 hours of my life, so there's no turning back. However, I think we're almost halfway there. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa. My singing voice is usually better, no need to mock me. Before the introduction of horses, minecarts were the only way to travel in style. And they are still a popular mode of transport. You can use redstone circuits to make minecarts even more exciting. You will need powered rails and a track switcher to create a basic minecart station. The powered rails get the minecart moving fast, and the track switcher allows you to select your destination. Create an L shape of blocks and a large open space. It should be 2 blocks tall, 3 blocks long, and 5 blocks wide. Build a 1 block tall T shape in the middle of your L shape, and then add a 2 block tall pillar next to that. Place a lever on the far left on the bottom block. I gotta pee again, man. Shit. Come on, we're in the final stretch. Place a button on the two block tall pillar. You'll be able to reach this from your minecart. Now build a T-junction, a junction where two tracks meet, by placing 3 powered rails followed by 4 regular rails. Add stairs leading up to your rails. Dig a trench 1 block below the main curved track. Dig 1 more block down and fill that space with light blue wool blocks as shown above. Then add 1 more blue block on top as shown. Finally, run redstone from behind the lever to the last blue block. Double D, double die. Dig 1 block deep trench underneath the junction so you can get to the wool block. Now place a redstone torch on the side of the wool block facing the junction. This torch will act as your signal for switching tracks. Fill in the trench and complete your track so it has 2 destinations. When you pull your lever... Oh, thank you for the follow, Kayam11. Fill in the trench and complete your track so it has 2 destinations. When you pull your lever, your junction will switch position. Now the fun can begin. Set down your minecart on the rails, get in, push the button, and you're on your way. Oh, God. My fan is on high and I'm like sweating. God, I really wish I hadn't have done this. Okay. The pulse shortener, or monostable circuit, is one of the most important logic gates used in complex redstone machines. It allows you to keep something turned on for a certain amount of time. A pulse shortener is the starting point for many redstone creations. You can use it to control how long a door stays open or how many arrows are fired from a dispenser. Powered trapdoor. This example shows a pulse shortener used with a trapdoor. The circuit is toggled on so that the trapdoor is shut. Then when something walks over it, you can flip a switch and the trapdoor will flip open quickly. Gotcha. Dig a 2 block wide hole and fill it with light green wool. Then place 2 repeaters facing away from the wool. Set the left repeater to 4 ticks by hitting it, the use item button, and leave the right one set to 1 tick. Place a sticky piston next to the 4 tick repeater facing right and attach a block of blue wool to it as shown. Dig a hole. Oh, thank you for the follow, Ethereal. I hope I pronounced that right. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Place a sticky piston next to the 4 tick repeater facing right. Attach a block of blue wool to it as shown. Dig a hole next to the blue wool block and place another blue block next to the hole. Place a lever next to the green circuit. Place redstone dust as shown in the image. This circuit in this example is connected to a trapdoor with a hole beneath, but the choice of the mechanism is up to you. When you pull the lever back to activate the circuit, the trapdoor will open for a short period of time. The exact time will depend on the number of ticks set. Then when the piston pushes the blue block out, the circuit will be broken and the trapdoor will close again. Huh. Pretty pog champ. Alright. No, not that kind of flip-flop. Oh yeah, toggle flip-flop. No, not that kind of flip-flop. The toggle flip-flop is another important circuit. It involves a redstone signal that can be toggled on and off. A toggle flip-flop is especially useful when you want to use a button instead of a lever to activate mechanisms like doors. The example below uses a sticky piston. Yeah, you are listening to someone read the MC books on a Friday. Because it's interesting to hear about redstone circuits explained by me. The example below uses a sticky piston T-flop design. What a mouthful. Yeah. The signal arrives into the circuit, then the flip-flop circuit, I hate that word flip-flop circuit toggles its output on. If you send another signal to the circuit, it'll toggle its output off. 1. Create a circuit of 2 light green wool blocks. Place one block apart from each other. Place a sticky piston facing upward in the middle of the wool blocks. Put another wool block on top of the piston, then place the redstone dust on the left block and a repeater facing away from the middle on the right block. Place a sticky piston facing right next to the repeater, one block up. You'll need to place a block below it, then destroy it. Attach a block of redstone to the sticky piston. Finally, place a button on the side of the left green block and dust on the floor as shown. Press the button and the sticky piston on the right will push out the redstone block, powering a redstone wire. Press it again and the piston will pull the block back, disconnecting the circuit. Thank you for my service. Here. Hold on. Yeah. And also, you're welcome for my service. I really am suffering here. Hey, the live just hit 3 hours, and that means that soon the reading is gonna hit 3 hours. Okay, this is a toggle flip-flop being used to power a piston door as featured on pages 24 through 25. The flip-flop powers a circuit when it is turned on, and because it toggles, you don't have to dash through before it slams shut in your face. This is my longest stream. I'm not even editing it, or I am. I'm editing it a little bit and then I'm uploading it to YouTube. All of it's gonna be raw footage except for the beginning and end. Clock circuits are used to create pulsing signals for a variety of machines, from alarms to arrow launchers. It might not sound like the most exciting tool, but it's a starting point for creating some really cool stuff. Redstone torch 3 clock. Alright, we're about to hit 3 hours. 3 hours. Can we get a pog in the chat? Okay. For the 3 hour mark. I'm gonna wait for that pog. I'm gonna wait for someone to say pog in the chat. Fine, I'll do it myself. A torch clock is a series of redstone torches strung together that continually turn one another off. The result is a pulsing output signal that switches on and off repeatedly. This example is a 3 clock because there are 3 on and off ticks between each pulse. You can make clocks with more torches, but you must always use an odd number of torches in the loop to allow each torch to turn the next torch off before it is turned off itself. If you use an even number of torches, half the torches will be permanently switched on and the other half permanently off. Not very useful. Sometimes I use like emphasis and other times I don't, and it just sounds really weird. I'm not happy. Alright, yeah, I think we're like just about the halfway mark. Alright, find an open space and build the light green wool circuit. The circuit is made up of 2 blocks with a 2-block trench between them and 2 blocks filling the trench. Repeat step 1 to create another green line as shown above. Add redstone torches and then add the trench of blue blocks to join up the green circuits. Link the torches together with redstone dust. Form basic 3 clock to arrow dispenser. Let's see, where was I? Place a block next to the corner of the blue circuit, then a dispenser on top. Put redstone dust on top of the dispenser, see tip below. Now place another single block next to the dispenser with redstone dust on top to link the circuit. Did you comprehend that, mortal humans? Put a lever on the side of the one of the blue blocks to turn on the circuit on and off. Fill the dispenser with arrows, hit the lever, and let them fly. God, it just keeps on going. Come on. I don't want to know. Just... The shortest one was the construction one. Alright, I need to just... Let me stretch. A repeater clock is made up of two repeaters passing a signal around in a constant loop to prevent the repeaters simply powering each other on. It is started by a one-tick signal from a pulse shortener, which ensures the repeaters are only on for one tick before turning off again. They will pass the signal around in a loop while continually turning on and off again, which means your arrow dispenser will now pack some serious firepower. Enemies, beware. Poggers. Find a clear space and place 4 blue blocks in a square with another block to the side. This last block will be the extension that you need for looping. Place 2 repeaters on top of the blue wool facing in different directions and a line of redstone from the top repeater. Now add the green circuit above with a repeater facing left, a sticky piston facing up with a block on top, and finally a block with redstone on top next to that. Okay. To add to the toggle, create the floating pink circuit next to the highest green block. Place a sticky piston facing left toward the repeaters, a block on the back with a layer on top, and a block in the front. Add a staircase of blocks in front of the 2 repeaters. Place the dispenser on top and add redstone dust as before. This completes the circuit. Add plenty of arrows to your dispenser, pull a lever, and let the arrows will shoot out incredibly fast. This one is guaranteed to scare your enemies away. I don't think so. Oh, God, please. Deluxe lighting system. This seriously cool lighting system doesn't just turn your lights on and off, it physically moves the light source in and out of the room using a block swapper. A challenging build, but great fun and well worth the effort. I'm not having fun. Clear a space above the selected room. It'll need to be at least 5 by 3 blocks. The light will sit flush with the ceiling, so you won't have to change the way the ceiling looks. You'll just need to make a hole in the ceiling where you would like the glowstone light to appear when you turn the switch on. Place 3 green wool blocks in a row just behind your hole, then add a extra block at a diagonal at each end. Add a redstone torch on the top of the central green block wool and place 2 repeaters on each side of the torch. They should be pointing away from the torch and directed into the 2 blocks on either end. Now add a redstone torch to the side of these 2 blocks, not on top. Place a regular piston directly below the redstone torch on the left so that it faces the hole on the ceiling. Then add a sticky piston 1 block above the ceiling facing down toward the hole so that the blocks can slide past it before being pushed into the roof. This can be tricky to place, so place 3 blocks above the jump or above the hole. Then remove the lowest 2, jump down the hole, look upward, and place your sticky piston on the underside of your green wool. I try to speak fast, and then it gets slower and slower. Add a regular ceiling material block to the right side of the sticky piston, then fill a hole in the ceiling with a glowstone block, ensuring it touches the sticky piston face. Then add one more piston facing down to the regular ceiling material block. Decide where you'd like the on/off switch to sit inside the room, and place either a lever or a button there. Remember to connect your lever/button to the main circuit. Try this vertical touch circuit to save on resources. Oh yeah, the classic Jeb door. I always tried to build this when I was little. The classic Jeb door, which is basically just a mountain, and you just add shit in it. How much? Okay, we're more than halfway. However, I don't like how much reading I have to do for this. Sheesh. Okay, I have until 77. I'm on 44, so yeah, I'm more than halfway done. Classic Jeb door. Despite its name, the Jeb door wasn't actually created by Jeb himself. Jens Bergenstein is the lead developer of Minecraft, and he discovered this design on the internet when Pistons first went live in game. The design has changed dramatically over time, but the basic idea is still the same. The door is hidden from view when closed and sits flush with the wall. When activated, it slides across to reveal a secret passageway. Final location for your door. This example uses a cliff inside which you will create a hidden room. Now decide how you'd like to open the door. There are several options, but the simplest way is to use a lever hidden nearby and connect it to a door. Place the lever at your chosen location. For the door itself, you will need an area 6 blocks wide, 4 high, and at least 3 blocks deep. If you can make your space deeper, you will find it easier to install your door. Establish the center of your space and create a 2x4 block pathway, and down the middle, using stone brick, place 4 sticky pistons on each side of your space in a 2x2 formation. As shown above, with 4 blocks of space between the pistons on each side, these pistons will slide the door aside once it's pulled back from the wall. Classic Jeb door continued. Now place 2 more sticky pistons on each side, and they should be facing out toward each other, toward the front of the clear area and stacked on top of each other. Place a block in front of each of these pistons. Make sure that these blocks are on the same material of the wall, smooth stone in this case. Place a blue wool block above each piston and 2 more in the middle. Then place a repeater on each side of facing outward. Make each repeater is set to 2, 3, or 4 tick delay. 1 tick won't work. Place redstone dust on top of the remaining blocks to connect the pistons together. Test the system by replacing the lever near to the middle and turning it on. The door should extend out into the cliff wall and sit flush against it. After testing, remove the temporary lever. You will be using the hidden lever that was placed in step 2. Your lever now needs to be connected to the redstone on the door. Just run a redstone dust wire from the door to the lever. Make sure the wire is connected in the central area at the top of the door. This ensures that both sides of the door are powered. That's the Twilight theme. Finally, cover up the door mechanism so you can build a room, a base, or anything else you like behind your very own secret entrance. Okay, we're on our way. Lava pit trap. This trap is difficult to spot, reacts extremely quickly, and is almost impossible to escape from it. It works by pulling the floor out from beneath another player when they open your trap chest, then drops them into a pool of lava. Ouch. This trap needs a small hall below which the pit will be hidden. Dig your hall at least 5 blocks long, 2 wide, and 3 tall. Dig your lava pit that should be 3 by 2 blocks and 3 blocks deep. Add a large trap chest to the end of the corridor. It will need to sit on 2 blocks. At this point, you'll need to temporarily destroy the walls of the corridor to build the redstone mechanics. To create the sliding door, place 3 sticky pistons on each side of the pit as shown. Now put blocks in front of the pistons. will be the floor of the hall. In this example, we've used stone bricks to help blend the trap into its surroundings. Place a blue wool block above the sticky piston and then run redstone along the tops. This will power all the pistons on each side so they slide out simultaneously. Whoa. To connect the chest, dig down one block on either side so that you can see the blocks on which the chest is sitting. You now need to place redstone torches on the side of the blocks so the chest is on. Hide the torches with some blocks and the torches will power them. The floor will slide back in place. To connect the power to the pistons, place a block of wool next to the stone block and put the redstone dust on top of both of them, on both sides. This one seems a lot longer. I think it's just because of how much information it has, because it's a redstone guide. Test your trap by standing in the hall and opening the chest. You should fall into the pit. Finally, fill the pit with lava and build up the walls of the hall to hide the redstone. The next person who tries to steal your stuff is in for a scorching surprise. Lava. Oh, Suki, you're still watching? Pog. I'm kind of ashamed you didn't say Pog when I asked for it earlier, though. How much do I have left, please? Dual shot cannon. Submerged fire arrow launcher. Okay. So we have that. Gold rush continued, and zombie siege continued. Okay. Dual shot cannon. This cannon is a modified version of the regular TNT cannon, which fires TNT at your enemies. The dual shot cannon uses a small timing circuit at the back to dispense a second block of TNT into a cannon before it fires, giving the cannon double the power for every shot. Your enemies aren't gonna know what hit them. It sounds like a time lapse. Pretty pog. Place a fence post with a wooden pressure plate on top. Build up 3 blocks on the right and then 2 blocks on the left with a dispenser on top facing toward the 3 blocks tower. Lay a row of 4 blocks on the ground. Oh my god, I'm so tired. Okay, hold on, I need to just... I ain't never seen 2 pretty best friends, that's what I'm gonna say. Lay a row of 4 blocks on the ground, heading away from the pressure plate. The TNT will be fired from the pressure plate and the water will sit along the row of blocks. On the right of this water bed, put 1 block higher, place a row of 4 dispensers, all facing inward. Mirror this with a row of 4 blocks on the left. Remember, you'll need to hold down shift to place the floating dispensers next to another in the PC/Mac edition. Create this pink timing circuit. This is a 3x3 square with a hole in the middle and a block missing from one corner as shown. Place redstone dust along the top of the dispensers, see tip on page 37. Then in the corner of the pink circuit where the block is missing, place a sticky piston facing upward with a pink block on top. Place 4 repeaters set to 4 ticks on the top of the pink blocks as shown. Connect them with redstone dust. Oh, that's an infinite redstone thing. Add a chain of repeaters leading from the pink circuit to the dispenser at the front. Make sure they are all set to 4 ticks of delay so the TNT can travel at a decent distance before exploding. Fill the central water bed with water. Now place a button on the side of one of the dispensers. Any of them will do. Just a reminder to hold down shift if playing PC/Mac edition. Fill all 5 dispensers with TNT. Your cannon is now ready to fire, so give it a try.
Kaboom!
Okay. 21 more pages of this ridiculous thing. Oh my god, excuse me. That was really loud. This amazing machine... Oh, supercharged fire arrow launcher. This amazing machine allows you to shoot flaming arrows out of a dispenser at a rate of 5 per second at the mere press of a button. That should keep those hostile mobs at bay. Ha 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 ha. Rate my villager impression. Ha 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 ha. Create a 3x3 square blocks of your choice with a 1 block space in the middle. Place another block behind the square in the center, and place a dispenser on top of that. Make sure it's facing in the direction you want it to fire. Place a fence gate in front of the hole. You'll need to place another block below it first. Then destroy that block when the gate is in place. Hit the use item button to open the gate. It doesn't matter whether the fence gate opens inward or outward. To make the arrows fire from the dispenser at the top speed, you'll need a super fast clock circuit. Place 4 blocks from on the bottom level below the dispenser is shown. Add a piece of redstone dust at the end and 2 repeaters in the middle, one facing the dispenser and the other facing the opposite way. This forms a clock circuit. Okay. I need to just... This is mental. To make the circuit turn on and off at the push of a button, you need a simple piston-based pulse shortener as shown in green. Then add the button onto the side of the frame. Next, add 4 pink blocks. 2 blocks should be placed at ground level at a diagonal to each other, and 2 more blocks should be 1 level above the ground, also positioned at diagonal to one another. Place redstone dust on the ground level pink block farthest from the dispenser, and a redstone repeater on the other ground block level pink block facing toward the dispenser. Add a sticky piston to the side of the pink block circuit as shown, then add a single pink wool block in front of that sticky piston. Finally, fill your dispenser with arrows, then hit the button and you're ready and you're on your way. Just hit the button again when you want it to turn off. Pog. Oh god, 14 floor elevator. I don't like this. This is gonna be complicated. Color map display, and then super stopwatch. Okay. Let me tell you this, Mr. Scam, who was created 5 days ago and only has one message. You shouldn't promote your scam unless you're gonna follow someone. Also, I like the fact that you used a bunch of different like characters, so that way you don't get banned by rules. Alright, I'm going to continue reading. Screw you. 14 floor elevator. The 14 floor elevator created by Cube Hamster is one of the most impressive single task redstone contraptions ever made. It allows you to travel to 14 different floors in a super fast piston elevator. Now that's traveling redstone style. Damn. The player accesses a user interface at each level to select which floor they want, just like a real elevator. The concept behind the moving part of the elevator is pretty simple. The design is 2 blocks wide, and the player needs to stand right in the middle of 2 pistons. The player is pushed up by a piston on the left, then a piston on the right, and this process is repeated until they reach the desired floor. This concept was originally showcased by the player Brows of Steel and has since become a standard mechanism for many piston elevators. Oh, okay, good. You're not going to show me how to make it. Thank God. Although the moving elevator part is simple, the circuitry that allows you to select a floor is a whole new level of complicated. Like a real elevator, there is a different button to press for each floor. Each button sends a redstone signal. When pressed, the signals vary in length depending on which button they have come from, so the elevator can figure out which button has been chosen by detecting the signal, the length of the signal. Instant call function. One of the best things about this elevator is that the player doesn't have to wait for it to arrive at their floor. In fact, it's quicker than elevators in the real world. When the player selects a floor by pressing a button, the signal is sent directly to to the floor that he's on, and the elevator is immediately ready for use. In version 1.5.2, the piston elevator was the pinnacle of elevator design. No one can match its speed and efficiency. Although this design is too big and too complicated to create in a survival game, Cube Hamster has also created a simpler, more practical elevator design that transported a player one floor at a time. He really did think of everything. Poggers. Alright. Sheesh. Color map display. You can't tell at first glance, but this enormous redstone contraption contains an image so large that it can only be viewed on a Minecraft map. Map display mechanics. The display determines which color occurs most often within 2x2 block area and uses that one dominant color for one pixel on the map. For example, a 2x2 area that contains three grass blocks and one stone block will appear green on the map. When you look at the display on a map, you'll see it's formed an image, like this one of Notch. Amazing. Piston pixel changers. You can program several different images into the machine. Devices called piston loops arrange blocks in the display area until the image has been prepared. It can then be viewed on a map. You can change the image at the push of a button. When you hit it, the piston loop pushes the new blocks into place, and the new image is ready to view on your map. My throat hurts now. It's the redstone's job to shift all the piston loops around at the same time. This is done from a single button. Yeah, I'm too lazy to build that. Thank you, though. Super stopwatch. Okay, how long? Gold Rush. Gold Rush continued. Zombie Siege. And then Zombie Siege continued. Okay, we're on 66 at the moment. God damn it, pop something. There we go. This super stopwatch created by JL2579 and Cube Hamster is an amazing piece of redstone engineering. It can record time to an accuracy of 1/10 of a second. Blink and you'll miss it. It uses a super fast memory array to count and a compact decoder system to display the numbers on a 4-digit display. It has 2 buttons, one to start and stop the timer, and one to reset the time after it has been used and recorded. The driving force behind the stopwatch is a unique memory system that is used to store and record the numbers that are then displayed on the 4-digit display. This system uses the repeater lock function, which when you can hit the stop button, the repeaters lock the time that is currently on display. When you hit the button again, the clock continues from that time. The repeater lock can process the information very quickly. This is essential for a stopwatch since it is recording units of time smaller than 1 second. Decoder. The special memory array needs a special decoder to display the numbers using redstone lamp segments. This smart redstone component uses what's known as a slide system to display different numbers. Yeah, I'm probably going to go to bed at around 12 because I'm definitely not going to bed at 11:30. The slide system pushes sets of solid blocks arranged vertically to save space into the path of constantly powered repeaters. Once a block is pushed into place, the signal from the repeater is sent down a line of redstone that goes directly into the back of the corresponding segment of the display. But this display has one small drawback. Because the slide system then has to be pushed back into its default position, it can't change fast enough to keep up with the super fast repeater lock memory array that drives it. So the 1/10 of a second are only displays after the stop button is pressed. JL Stopwatch is a fantastic example of a high-end redstone machine. The concept isn't unique, but the way it delivers its timekeeping is. This is one of the most compact stopwatches ever created. Okay, we have Gold Rush, and then Zombie Siege, and then we're done. We're almost done. Alright. Speedrun. Gold Rush is a redstone minigame that's big on fun. Control a villager in a minecart, leading him to several chutes to collect gold bars while avoiding the TNT that also drops in the chutes. It's explosive fun. The player stands on a platform and moves in a minecart by stepping on a pressure plate. You can change the direction of the track by using a lever. You can choose to play one of 3 levels of difficulty. TNT can fall in either 1, 2, or 3 or 4 lanes. Piston loops and 7-segment display scoreboard. All the game information is stored in a piston loop. This is a selection of blocks that is continually moved around by pistons. The blocks turn redstone lamps on or off depending on which type of block is in play. Glass or a solid block. Glass doesn't allow a redstone signal to pass through it, and it gives off state, whereas a solid block does allow the signal through, resulting in an on state. Engineering. Okay. This machine is used to randomize the chutes that the gold and TNT fall into it, and it does this by detecting when a chicken runs onto a pressure plate. Every time the chicken activates the pressure plate, the plate emits a signal that is sent into a piston loop that controls which chute the TNT/gold drops into. It takes several chickens inside the randomizer to provide a high number and variety of drops from the chutes. Okay. I'm aiming for 11:45. I can end this. The mechanism behind Gold Rush is a tangle of piston loops and logic gates. It uses clocks, pulse shorteners, and gates, not gates, transistors, and T flip-flops. It is a complex design, but when you break it down, it's simply a collection of commonly used redstone components that have been linked in an incredibly clever way to create a powerful redstone machine. Excuse me. Alright. Whatever, shut up. Zombie Siege is a fun combat minigame. The player must defend his or her base from hordes of zombies that are lumbering toward it by firing it at them with a bow and arrows and TNT cannons. Who said a zombie apocalypse couldn't be fun? The first few rounds are a nice, easy war for the player, but once you hit double digits, the difficulty rapidly ramps up. At this point, your cannon aim has to be right on target if you want to survive. TNT cannon. You can set the TNT cannons to 3 different ranges, allowing you to blow up zombies virtually anywhere on the map. You just need to load different amounts of propellant TNT into the cannon. To control the range of the TNT block that's actually being fired, the cannon is controlled by 3 buttons, one for each range. They use the same piece of redstone dust to carry their separate signals. By placing each button 1 block farther away from the cannon, the machine can determine how far the signal has traveled and therefore which button has been pressed. Okay. Last 2 pages. Let's go! Okay. 7-segment level display. The level display shows you which round of the game you're currently playing. There are 99 rounds in total, but nobody has ever made it that far. Zombie controller. As in Gold Rush, zombies are spawned randomly by a chicken walking to a dispenser and a mob egg. Walking over a pressure plate, which sends a signal to a dispenser and a mob egg. The number of dispensers increases with each level you pass, meaning there are more zombies to kill. To encourage the zombies to walk in the right direction, Disco uses villagers and minecarts under the floor. Zombies can sense targets through solid blocks even if they can't see them, and will head for the villagers. The minecarts carrying the villagers need to move fairly slowly so that the zombies don't lose interest. Disco uses wiggly tracks to slow the minecarts down. Summary. Zombie Siege uses a combination of TNT cannons and traditional weaponry, along with huge waves of modern zombies to create an awesome minigame. The redstone circuitry behind the game involves some imaginative techniques. The variable range cannon was one of the first to be made and used in a game so successfully. The simple single range version has since become the standard design for TNT cannons. And we are done. Thank you all for tuning into the stream. I hope you all enjoyed. And here, I'm gonna do this to make me feel good about this achievement. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all very soon.